everybody. Tuesday, February 27th. Good to see you all. 12:32 p.m. Look at me being on time. And let me tell you what, it was touch and go. All right. It really was. Amy PJ, our panda of perpetual pundu. Hello, Sky Fairy. Hollow, Freedom Keeper, Danny Jean, Lego Monty, Tweet T. Thank you for all the shamrocks in the chat. Andy Oak, welcome. Thank you for joining Basic Betties. We love our Basic Betties. Busted Can of Biscuits, Kelly Jean Camby. Nice to see you. Kimbalina. As always, Busted Can of Biscuits. I hope you're enjoying your walk. It's a gloomy, rainy day here. I guess it's not raining anymore, but it's overcast out there. I ain't complaining because it was pretty sunny yesterday. Salada, Liz, Ishkabibble Hello. Stephanie C, X, Salada, Tiffany, Emotional Support Muffin, Ophelia Bedelia. You're watching the support group live at 1.75. I can only imagine what that sounded like. That's so much fun. Shelly Ray has the degenerate, damn it, Amber told us for why the mat was wet in your parents' friend's home. You burgled. We need answers. No, she has not, but she is throwing an absolute fucking tantrum. She has attempted to put a privacy strike on one of my strings where I was covering the public record of her crime. Can you believe that? Privacy striking. Now, damn it, Amber also is going around trying to tell people that she was only saying those vile, horrible, awful, nasty things about us and our families in retaliation for her being doxxed. And that's just a big fat fucking lie, and I can prove it. We'll circle back around to you, damn it, Amber. Hey, Shelly Ray. I don't know if I got you or not. Kelly Jean, Sharon, Tree Shaker, Lashes Do Be Wonky. Nice to see you. Wicked Crafter, Sharon S. Good afternoon. Jade, Rebecca Loves, Pinky Pink. I'm so far behind in the chat. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I had to put Carmex on my lips. Hey, girl. Hey, nice to see you. Fancy Trust God, Rainy in the Desert. Nice to see you always. Rowan, no Juan, you know. Goofy Dome, Goofy Ho, bitch. Nice to see you. Blessed Dutchy. Sedelia Lynn. I know I didn't say that right. I just totally added a bunch of letters that aren't there. Totally fine. Ratatouille. Hello, Sarah Beth. Sarah Beth, I looked at you for a minute. I thought you said SARS Beth. I was about to whack you, but you're marked safe for now. Let me find out though. Glamma Mayhem, nice to see you. Tammy D, Ruby, Panchia, Shaner K, DG. Always nice to see you, DG. Bellamia Vamp, good to see you as well. Nice to see all of you. Addicted to cold brew, just what you needed to get through your afternoon work. Awesome. Glad I could be of service. P-Day today, hello. Stephanie, Kendall's I Love Black Cats. Chantel's French Lovers Restraining Order. Good to see you. P-Day, Catacorn. Look at all of you. So nice to see you all. Murphy Smith, good to see you. Camby. Hey, Camby. Miss Tiffany, West Virginia Jules. That you're a sight for sore eyes. Long time no see. Thanks for stopping by. Fart Box, hello. Who else do we have? Honey West, nice to see you. Poggy, Priscilla, nice to see you. 1027 Anno, Poltergeisha, Sharon S. Carmex is the best. It is. This is, I don't know. It's got a purple top and a snowflake on it. Whatever. Hey, Lego Monty. Font Leroy, nice to see you. Has anyone else's page format changed? Oh, YouTube's always changing it. Hey, Nikki P. Glad you can make it. Glad you're here. Nice to see you. Nikki P, I think you will especially enjoy today's stream. No one. Oh, yeah. You're a DCT girl. What's that mean? DCT, what's that? Hippista, I'm just not so sure you're supposed to be in here because I do recall you're being on the list and we said the list was final. And I sent you your stickers because you paid for your Tumblr, but I just don't think you're supposed to be in here. Hippie, yeah, no, Hippie, you're on the list, hon. Lindsay with an A, nice to see you. Glad you could make it. Okay, so listen, Catacorn Mermaid, hi. Listen. Oh, it's like Carmex, but no petroleum, but not so petroleum heavy, really. Hippies who was freed from the list by popular demand Ratatouille. I don't know. Kimberlina says we voted her off. Oh God, now I don't remember. I just don't remember. Oh, we did a poll to see if she could stay. It was yes by 52%. Sorry about that, hippies. Once again, you're under fire. Well, that's what you get, I guess. Leanna K, nice to see you. Hellfire. Hellfire, why'd you retract your message? I was just getting to it. Christy, thank you so much for gifting 5 Shamrocks memberships. Welcome, new members. That took a while. Ruby, Sarah Beth, Meggie Flowers, nice to see you. Rainy in the Desert, and Darcy. Welcome, new members. So nice to see you all. Okay, listen. Remember like 2 weeks ago or so, I said that I was going to make Al look like an absolute fucking idiot. And I had it scheduled for the next day and everything. And then I talked to Legal that night and she was like, I need you to ixnay on the attic nay octave for a hot minute, while she gets, anyway, just because she needed me to ixnay on it, right? So I ixnayed as long as I could ixnay, and here we are today. But first, some housekeeping. Before I present screen, I'm just going to show you all. Live in my merch store right now is the most current. Oh, Hippista, you're still on here. It's okay. Your name's never coming on the list, but I guess you could be in chat because that's just how it's to be. We have to keep an accurate record. So, I don't know. I guess we'll talk more about it. But anyway, this is the current February 2024 FOF list. This is your handy dandy quick reference guide mouse pad. We're getting to that, Hollow. So, I mean, listen, I'm offering the list in a tombola. Okay. So when you're watching the support group or the Shamrock meetings, you can always have the list handy dandy. And now, because I get it. Like, I get tired of drinking out of the same old tumbler too, or what if the tumbler's dirty, and you're sitting at your desk at your 8 to 5 and you got your little AirPod in one ear and you're sneaking, listening, to this, to me and Yaba's streams, and you've left your tumbler at home or it's dirty or whatever. Well, now you can get it on a friggin' dude. Everybody needs a mouse pad, right? Right? Yeah. And look, it's dated. It says February 2024. So So right there on your mouse pad. All right. Anytime somebody Impervious Cat comes in and you're like, I don't know, Impervious Cat seems awfully suspect. Literally, you can check this is your quick reference guide. Emotional support button. Muffin, you want the mouse pad? Can do. It's available now. Sammy Activity says, Sammy, when we fall out of the bushes from laughing at that list. The list is great. Thank you so much for the swords. Thank you for being here. So listen, you can buy just the current month's mouse pad. Doesn't have to be February. I will update it in March and April and May and June. Right now, as of right now, this program is running through June. I have no intentions on running it past June. As of right now, it will end in June. So if you want to buy, and between now and March 22nd is when the new list updates. So anytime between now and March 22nd, if you purchase the mouse pad, one mouse pad, you get the February 2024. Just like with the tombola, I have included a subscription option. Say what? That's right. Let me share my screen to my merch store. Just a moment. We'll go over it real quick. All right, here we go. Quick reference guide, mouse pad Shamrock edition. You can choose the just one current month 2024 mouse pad, please, for $15 plus shipping. Or you can sign me up for the subscription package. Again, the price is $50 US. With the mouse pad subscription package, you actually get a new mouse pad every month through June. Yeah. Like, you just get a whole new mouse pad. Like, I'll just send you a new one with the updated list. So I think that's great. For those of you who are not on Twitter or maybe didn't catch it, we do have some new tumblers in the merch store. They're not all YouTube merch related. They're just fun things. And I actually have another variation of this one that somebody requested, so I did it. So I'm going to put it on here. Give me just a second so you guys can see. If I can get it up there quickly. God knows. God knows, you know. Where is it? Where is that little sucker? There it is. Hold, please. There it is. Okay, you go away. You. Is it that one? Ugh, hold on. I think it is. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Okay. This one I have updated. So it's offered now in this design. And also somebody had requested it on the glitter, rainbow glitter. So that's available as well. I need to add the option for actual ordering, but isn't that cute? Can we get the list on a snapback? No, I don't offer hats. I don't do hats, but thank you for asking. Let me just real quick put the option in here. We'll call it color, retro, orange, teal, pink, circles, or rainbow. Every time I type the word rainbow, I mess up and do rainbow. I don't really know why I'm doing that, but it's whatever. All right, so that's fun, right, guys? How do I get off of there? Okay. You're new here, but the it's not the fuck around and find out list. It's actually the fuck off forever. Hashtag rainbows. All right. So keep an eye on the merch store though, because I'm going to have a lot of new merch coming soon. This one I thought was so cute. I baked you some shut the fuck up cakes. That's a tumbler. Let's see. Why can't I just go back? Whatever. This one is one of my favorites. It's don't be a cocksucker. You know, it speaks for itself. Don't be a cocksucker. Anyway, it's fun. But don't forget the mouse pad. All right, that's available. Okay, now over to where were we? Oh, yes. Over to Owl. I think that's all of the housekeeping. Oh, wait, this little look at this. Did you guys see this? Hold on. Let me stop screen sharing for a moment. Look how cute she is. It's like a little acrylic LED light, night light thingy. And you can make it do different colors. Like it's not just, oops. You can look all the different colors. Look how cute it is. So this is not available for sale. This is something that my woman made for me as a gift. But we might be looking into something like this. Not the heart, I don't think. I don't think I'll be doing the heart for you guys. You know. Anyway, where was I? Oh, you got to notice that you're shipped out. Yes. All merch orders shipped yesterday except for one. Only because that had a shirt in it and I needed to order the shirt. So you saw the crying Canadian. Yes, Kelly Jean. I love the crying Canadian. She is so talented, isn't she? Lisa Simpson. Glad you could make it. Glad you could be here. This is going to be a special stream. We're going to make Owl look like an absolute fucking idiot. All right. One of my favorite things to do. Hi, Freedom Keeper. Nice to see you. Effie Cujo. Good afternoon to you as well. Thank you for being a member for 4 months. Yeah, Abigail is indeed talented. Yes, Jody. All right. Hey, don't fence me in. Nice to see you. I'm going to be using my handy dandy iPad for today. I have something I'm going to play for you all that's on my iPad. Very good. Says anything below related in conjunction with anything to do with owl is hysterical and accurate. That's true. That's true. Very good. Thank you so much for pointing that out and for the super chat. Okay. So where were we? Oh yeah, owl present. So let's go back to this stream is actually from 9 days ago. February 17th. This was when she was covering what day was February? Oh, that was 10 days ago. Okay, 10 days ago, whatever. So the 17th was Saturday, which was 2 days after the court hearing that she's talking about. So the court hearing was on February 15th, which is a Thursday, and it's going to be important to note this. So the dates are important today, ladies and gentlemen. So give me just a second. Can I not do that? Oh, ridiculous. Hold on. February 2024 calendar. Thank you. We just need a regular, just a February calendar. Can we get that? I guess we'll do that. Oh, can I do that? No. For my reference, you guys know how I am. Okay, so yeah, so February the 15th was the day of the hearing. And here we have Owl covering it on the 17th. And thank God for Owl and her timestamps, right? Hi, Boho Chick. Nice to see you. Wicked Crafter, hello. Making Owl look stupid making Owl look stupid makes it an easy day. I know, right? I'm not feeling well today, so I figured I would just take it easy. I'd go light and we would make Owl look like a total fucking idiot. I love it when Owl speaks on things she really knows nothing about, and then she speaks on authority about things she really knows nothing about. And then I love it when Owl is just plain fucking wrong and stupid. And pretty much this whole stream was Owl being wrong and stupid, you know. But specifically, we're going to be focusing on Owl's allegation that I was stalking the respondent in my EPO filing because I drove down to Fayette County on the Friday before the hearing. Hold on, let me pull my calendar up so I have it ready. All right, so Al was just so sure that she had busted me clean out in stalking because there was absolutely no valid reason for me to have been in Connorsville or in Fayette County on Friday, February 9th, which was the Thursday before the hearing. Now, of course, I told you all that the reason I was in Connorsville on Friday, February the 9th was because Clara had not yet been served by U.S. mail. Now, obviously, now we know that the fact of the matter is that Clara was served on, I believe it was the 5th, was it? The day she signed for it? Or did she say the 6th? No, I think it was the 5th, the day that she signed for it, which would have been Monday. Okay. And Al says there's absolutely no way that Sam was not aware on Friday the 9th that Clara had signed for the certified mail on Monday the 5th, and that I knew that she had been served via certified mail, and that I went down to Fayette County in Connorsville, Indiana on Friday the 9th for no other reason than to stalk and harass the respondent. So we're gonna address that, but let's just go ahead and listen to everything Al had to say. I'm gonna skip out on the chat. I'm not interested in her chat. It's just a bunch of absolute fucking morons. So let's see.
Just keeps coming. Like last night, Yaba and Sam streamed, and that's basically what we're going to be going over, and then we'll jump back whenever they mention things. But I don't know why they even did that stream. It did them no favors whatsoever. I'm pretty sure that Sam was just lying the entire time based on what I've seen from DC.
Oh, okay. So Al was pretty sure that Sam was lying the entire time based on what she saw from DC. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Today, DC is like frantic and trying to send things like, no, this is a lie. Look at these Twitter posts that I put up. There's a video literally of me being served on this day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sam came 4 days later and followed the sheriff around to make sure that he served DC. It's just crazy. It's all
No, I didn't. Aunt Katie says it's true. The tracking number of the cert is updated immediately. I'm not entirely sure I understand what that means. But let's just be clear here and that I am not the one who sent the notice to Clara via certified mail. The court clerk did that. So I was not privy to the tracking number on the piece of certified mail. So it's not as if I had access to the tracking number where I could plug that into the USPS website on a daily basis to see if it had been signed for. So I was at the mercy of the court. All I had available to me was calling the court clerk on a daily basis and ask if they had received service back, which is what I did. That's how I found out that the first notification that was sent out for the first hearing was not served as of 2 days before the first hearing is supposed to take place, because I called the court and I was like, hey, has it been served? And they're like, actually, it came back. So anyway, so then they sent out the second one, and it came back as in it came back undeliverable because they didn't send it via mail the first time. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Chrissy, thank you so much for the super chat. Here's to lying. Aunt Katie says you can call and get the tracking number from the court. Oh, can you? Okay, well, that's not something I am privy to. Either way about it, it doesn't matter. So, Lisa says, I'm an attorney. Trust me, getting people served and getting proof of that service is an absolute bitch. It is. Yeah. That's true, Nikki P. If that were the case, then the court clerk would have given me the tracking number when I called literally every day asking if she'd been served yet. No, they did not send it via certified mail the first time because, and I've explained this before. So I filed the petition online, and when you file these things online, certain fields will auto populate. Well, I know the address, and I know the address is in Connorsville, and I know the zip code to Connorsville, and that's what I input. But I guess it overrode it back to my zip code, because the day they served me by sheriff for the first scheduled hearing, the sheriff came to my door and handed me the order to appear. Well, the sheriff that same day was also going out to serve Clara the order to appear. And that's how they discovered that the address wasn't right, because there's no such address in my county, Floyd County. And then come to find out the system had overrode it. So, and then it was corrected. They corrected the address from New Albany to Connorsville, and they reset the hearing. They had to reset the hearing out further because they had to give time to serve her. So when the address was corrected, as it was outside of Floyd County, how they handle that, how they handle serving somebody in another county is they send it via certified mail. So that's what happened. All right. So, yeah, I called every day up to and including Friday, February 9th. I called the court to see if she had been served. And she had not. So when I called on Thursday, February 8th, and they were showing that she had not been served yet, that's when I decided that the next day, Friday the 9th, I would drive to Fayette County and pay the sheriff the $28 to have the Fayette County sheriff serve her, because the hearing was for the following Thursday. So I didn't want to run the risk of her not being served in time and then it get pushed out again. I just wanted it over and done with. So I drove down there. Now, I couldn't just go. I couldn't just hop in my car at, 8:00 in the morning on Friday and drive to Fayette County and give the sheriff a $28 money order and say, please go serve her. I had to provide the sheriff with the document that I wanted him to serve. So I couldn't get that document. The only way I could get the document, what the document was the order to appear, and it had to have Clara's name and address on it, right? The order to appear has to have Clara's name and address on it. Brandy, so you tried to do it, Clara, to do to Clara what Negs did to Yaba. Just send it to the wrong address, hoping she would have a failure to appear. Oh no, don't delete it. Brandy, how does that make sense? We're just gonna pause here and we're gonna go ahead and visit with what Brandy said. Don't delete messages, please. Let's just visit with that for a minute, Brandy. If you're still here, have you been blocked? No, I'll unhide her because I would really like to have this conversation with Brandy and just kind of walk her through it, So, Brandy, if what I was trying to do was send it to an address, if I was just trying to send it to a wrong address, hoping she would have a failure to appear, then why would I then call the court every day to see if she had been served? And then once the court and I discovered together that it had the wrong city on it, then why would I ask for it to be reset, be served again, and then continue calling every day the clerk to see if she had been served? And then when the Friday before the hearing came and the court clerk was still showing she had not been served, why for would I drive to the Floyd County Courthouse, get a copy, actually 3 copies of the order to appear with Clara's name and address on them, and then drive 2.5 hours to Fayette County to pay $28 of my own money to have the sheriff serve her, if that was my intent, Brandy, to, let's see, how did you word it? Just send it to the wrong address, hoping she would have a failure to appear. Does that make sense to you, Brandy? Does that make sense to you at all? That's right, Effie Cujo. Logic and comprehension isn't Brandy's strong suit, apparently. Okay, Brandy says, well, Neg said he did the same thing. Just hard to know people's intentions. No, it's not real hard to know people's intentions if you listen and put a little effort into following along and understanding. Okay, so Brandy, did we clear that up for you? Does it now make absolutely no sense to you, the theory or the narrative running around out there that I was just trying to send it to the wrong address to get a default judgment on Clara? No, it doesn't make sense because I called the court literally every day to see if she'd been served. And when she had not been served by the Friday before the hearing, I went to the lengths of driving to Fayette County to pay the sheriff $28 to ask him to serve her personally. So make it make sense. All right. Now that we've walked everyone through that, let's continue. So the first one had the wrong address. Yet it wasn't the wrong address. It was the wrong city. The freaking website, because I don't know, maybe, the website, maybe the court website just has problems rectifying that somebody in one county would be asking for a protective order against somebody in a separate county. And it just I don't know. I will tell you this though, the same fucking thing happened. Brandy, you want proof of calling every day? You want to see my fucking call log? Do you really think I'm going to sit here and tell you that I called the courthouse every day to see if she was served and not have the receipts to back that up? Come on now. You must be new. Brandy, are you new? You must be new. All right, fine. Anyway, my divorce filing in 2020, remember they went over that, how I filed for divorce like 2 or 3 times in 2020? The first one, the court, and of course I had to do it all online, just like this, because it was COVID. The first one, the clerk kicked back because it said that I didn't have the proper electronic signature on it. So, okay, fine. So I filed it again, and the last time it got kicked back was because their system overrode my address, and it overrode my address from Scott County, where I was physically residing at the time, to my old known address in St. Joseph County. And the clerk at the Scott County Courthouse rejected that last divorce filing, saying that I had to file in St. Joseph County because the system overrode my address back to St. Joseph County. So listen, I don't work for the state of Indiana. I don't work for the court system. I don't work for the mycase.in.gov. I don't know, I'm not privy to all the different glitches and nuances in their system. But I can tell you back in 2020, The same computer system for the courts overrode my Scott County address back to St. Joseph County. And that's why that divorce filing got kicked out. And now here we are in 2024. I filed an EPO. I put the correct address in Fayette County, and their system changed the zip code back to Floyd County. And that's why it didn't get served the first time. All right. Yes, I'm new, even though I knew Yaba before you did. LOL. It's just a question. Brandy, there's no way on God's green earth you knew Yaba before I did. There's just none. I don't know what you're talking about or who you think you are. I meant to take a picture of this and post it, but I didn't. So let's see if I can get it to focus. Whatever. It has the date on it somewhere. February 9th. Anyway, that's the $28 receipt. All I hear is you're a crybaby rat. Curtis, that's not a nice thing to say. All right, so continue. Hold on. Continue, Owl.
Complete lunacy. And the craziest thing about it all is Sam explains to us that she's been working on this since prior to February 2nd because Sam expected them to be served on the 2nd or like around the 2nd.
No, the first hearing was scheduled for the 2nd, Owl. The first hearing was scheduled for the 2nd. Wow. Why are you holding live streams about this and trying to tear my story apart and accuse me of lying and other egregious things when you are not even following along? The first hearing was the 2nd. Continue.
And she says that out loud in their first stream last night. So she has been at home, not streaming, behind the scenes, filing EPOs, taking like a week's time or however long, 2 weeks to gather all of this stuff to show the court.
When did I say it took me 2 weeks' time to gather all this stuff? See, there you go again, Owl. You know, they say when you make assumptions, it makes an ass out of you, not me.
About DC and get
Brandy Reed, DM, I'd be scared to ask questions around here. You'll get attacked by everyone. Well, you know what, Brandy? You ask a really stupid fucking question, such as, so you were just trying to do what Ron did and send it to the wrong address to get a default judgment. Yes, you ask a stupid question, you'll be talked to and treated like the dumb fuck that you are. Yes, that's true.
an EPO. It's just ridiculous. There's so many lies, and I'm not going to sit here and say them all and then watch.
How many times has she called me a liar already? Do we need to make a ticker tally of how many times Owl calls me a liar?
We'll just watch it. But I just don't get it anymore. Like, we're using court as ammunition and content now. Like, the people going to court are using it as content. It's crazy to me. And the things that Sam made a video of herself driving around Connorsville. Like,
so what? That video was funny as fuck. Did you see the Dollar General shopping cart bandit almost get hit, not only by the car in front of me, but me as well? Did you see those two Dollar General workers running down the street after the shopping cart bandit? That shit was funny as fuck. And I told you where I was going. I was going to the Taco Bell. I was hungry. I wanted to eat before I went home. I don't understand why that's so difficult to believe. You can see the freaking Taco Bell right down the street. It's right past the Dollar General on the right. Would you like to see my Taco Bell receipt? I don't have the receipt, but I'm sure I paid with a card.
Sheriff to serve DC. That's insane. That's completely insane.
Why?
And perfectly happy bragging about it.
Why is that insane? Why would it be insane? It's not insane or abnormal or out of the norm, nor is it illegal to do whatever it is you have to do to get another party served when you brought a course of action against them in a court of law. That's totally normal. Owl. Hey, Yamano Zami, nice to see you.
With like however many 20 people in the chat that are still left support. It's just insane.
No shit, Teddy Pig.
Also, I don't have details. I can't give details, whatever. But just so the last few remaining people in Sham's little circle know, I'm pretty sure she lied to everybody about Hussey having to write DC a big fat check.
Oh, this part. I love this part. Okay. So she says, I'm pretty sure Sam lied about DC having to write Hussey a check. This was Owl doing DC a solid. Everybody knows that DC had to write Hussey a check. Everybody also knows that neither DC nor Hussey can speak on it in any way whatsoever, not even to confirm or deny what the conditions of the settlement were. But we do know for a fact, Owl, that it's public record on the court website as we speak that that case was settled, and on what date? October 25th. Do you mean to tell me that Hussey brought a civil lawsuit against Clara Honda for slander, defamation, and libel, and that he stated in the complaint that he intended to seek monetary compensation? So do you think that when his case was going really, really great and he got granted a TRO and the judge came back and in writing said that Clara was vile in her statements toward him, do you really think that just days later he settled that case without agreeing to a monetary settlement? Come on, Owl. So you tell me, what makes you think that that's a lie? Of course, I don't know for sure. Of course, Hussey did not confirm for me that a big fat check was part of the settlement agreement. He's not allowed to. Not allowed to. You know that. But see, when you use just a little bit of critical thinking, right, and a little common sense, why on earth would Hussey have signed? Why on earth would Hussey have settled that case for nothing more than a shut the fuck up order and a non-disclosure agreement and not a check? No, Brandy can leave now. We're done with Brandy, so she can go now. There we go. And she wants to be a total fucking idiot. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. How is that insane to take every possible opportunity to carry out the task? Wicked Crafter, good question. By the way, do you not think, did it not occur to any of you that I did consult with legal counsel before I did literally anything I did that day? Would you like to see my call log of me speaking on the phone with legal counsel on that date? Of course you would. Do you guys remember when Clara said out of her own mouth that she could sit in her car parked on the public street in front of my house and we couldn't do anything about it because it's perfectly legal? That's true. Right? Of course it is. If I found myself in Connersville, Indiana on Friday, checks notes February 9th, with the very legitimate purpose of seeing to it that the respondent was served for our upcoming hearing the following Thursday on the 15th, I was 100% well within my legal right, not only to be in Connersville, but if I damn well wanted to, I could have parked myself, just like Clara suggested, in my car outside their house and sat there until I personally witnessed the sheriff serve her. Yeah, it's totally legal. I'm not saying that's what I did. What I'm saying is it's totally fucking legal. It is not harassment. Owl. Boy, you're stupid. Tree Shaker, Lashes Doobie Wonky, thank you so much for gifting 5 Shamrocks memberships. Ratatouille, Alex Lewis, Aunt Katie, Brandy Reed, and Huge Idiot. Welcome. Look at that. Aunt Katie and Brandy Reed got memberships. So nice. Thank you for that. Yes, there's a lot of info. It is encouraged to take notes and rewind stream if needed. It can be confusing, but you got to think critically. Yes, and not take it seriously at all. Moonchild Pink, nice to see you. Says it's so gross how Owl is all of a sudden DC's buddy again. Just shows she's a hypocrite and has terrible judgment. I could not agree with you more. All right, so continue, Owl. Owl, tell us more about how you have figured out that it's a big fat fucking lie that DC had to write Hussey a check for that settlement. Here, let's take a poll. Let's take a poll and let's ask the chat if they think that's a big lie. Start poll. Let's see. Did DC have to pay Husseth his money. Oh, let's word it. Let's word it correctly. Did DC have to cut Hussey a check as part of the settlement? Yes or no? Start poll. All right, there we go. Oh, I almost clicked end poll. I want it off my screen. Okay, there we go. Hey, Kim Fisher. Nice to see you. I'm glad you can make it. Always good to see you, Kim Fisher. Hey, Wendy M. Sleepy Jean. Kelly Jean. I love the middle name Jean. I love the name Jean. There's no fucking way he didn't get paid. Katie Cakes, I agree. But yes, please, I'll continue. Tell us how that's a big fat fucking lie and you're so smart and you have it all figured out.
In that case, I'm pretty sure that was a lie. So Sam lied to everybody for content,
Really?
for court content, knowing that DC is not allowed to come on and talk about it and defend himself. Hussey's isn't even allowed. And that's why Sam said it for Hussey, but I'm pretty sure that was all a lie. And there was no $30,000 check. There was no 30.
I never said $30,000. You're taking the $30,000. Well, maybe I opined that $30,000 was a reasonable number to, just to hypothesize or whatever. That $30,000 number was thrown around a lot and not by me. I will tell you, I'll confess, I asked Hussey straight out in the DMs, and Hussey's response was, and I quote, "Now, I can't answer that, but just let me say I was a bad bitch." That's what Hussey said.
$30,000 check. There wasn't one. It doesn't exist. There may have been a check written, but there was no big fat check written. Like she keeps emphasizing.
I tried transferring from.
Well, I mean, no, we don't know how much the check was, but Hussey said to me, and I quote, he said, when asked about the settlement, his response was, "I was a bad bitch." Exactly, Stephanie. See, we mathed it out. Yeah, so what, was I lying that, hold on. Yeah. Was I lying that there was a check cut or was I lying about the amount? Get it straight. Not that it matters, and it really doesn't matter, so I'm not going to bother, but just suffice it to say, believe me or don't, Hussey told me in regards to the settlement agreement, specifically the cash money part of it, Hussey's statement was, "I was a bad bitch." So there you go. Oh, Lisa Simpson says, same with me. He wouldn't confirm or deny, but I could tell by what he said that he was very happy with the outcome. No refund. We have no way of knowing that. That would be information only the two parties would be privy to, and they did sign a non-disclosure agreement. So Don't Vince Mia says, so where's Al getting her info from? Is Al suggesting that DC told her about the statement? Is DC violating the NDA? More than likely. More than likely. All right, continue.
Dreamer to store owner, it didn't work.
Waterwolf, thank you for the $2 super sticker. Hey, you.
Hey, Wendy M. Thank you so much for being a member for 1 month. I'm stuck with you. Great. Glad to have you.
Yeah. Oh, what was I even saying? Oh, yeah.
Wait, very good says, which is it, Owl? Was there no settlement and Sam was lying, or was there a settlement, but it wasn't as big as Sam implied? Pick a lane, Colby. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very good.
I'm pretty sure that was a lie. I can't, like I said, I don't have details about it. It's not supposed to be spoken about. That's like an agreement, a court bound.
Okay, Bun says Hussey has $0 left from that settlement. I love that.
Agreed.
I wonder how many dollars Beg Linda has left from that settlement. What do you guys think?
Agreement. But yeah, I'm with 89% certainty telling you that is a lie and that she just did it for content. So that's great.
Shame on you, Owl. Let's listen to all the lies Owl is about to say for content, shall we?
Easy. And now we're about to watch her lie a lot more. So let me get rid of these member emojis here. Okay, so there was a video done. Sam and Yaba came on last night. And while, yes, the video has a lot in it.
Hussey says, Sam, pay me my money back. Hussey, I've told you once and I'm going to tell you again for the last time, you can suck my dick.
that we're going to go through. I've edited it down and cut out stupid things that they were just repeating or just stupid forced laughter, acting like everything's okay. But I was so uninterested in that I just set it on a timer to record and I went to bed. Like I just didn't care. They were saying stupid stuff. I was almost sure it was a lie. I had already screen recorded like 3/4 of it. So I didn't even see it come down for bullying. I thought the stream just ended when I had gotten up this morning. But then I realized I have a bunch of DMs telling me that they did another stream and sending clips from that. And then I see DC posting, that Sam had driven around Connorsville and video.
That was absolutely hussy. Yes, it was. I just clicked on their thing to say show channel and look, it's hussy. Is that hussy? I don't know. It looks like it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Goodbye. Hussith, you're not allowed to play anymore.
Taped it and posted it proudly in the second stream. So thankfully people told me about it and I did catch it. And I have some clips that I want to play of the second stream.
I agree. Double lettuce spoilers. We need a little ticker. Listen, I had Streamlabs back on my computer and I was getting it all set up to start using Streamlabs again. And then it got all jacked up. So I got to start over and I just haven't had time.
Before we dive into the first one, because the first one mattered more. That was like the official discussion of why Sam was trying to get her served with an EPO, DC served with an EPO and stuff. But these clips that I pulled from the second one are just as, I don't even know. It's just ridiculous. I don't know why she's bragging about driving through Connorsville to make sure that the sheriff served. It's just insane to me. Whenever she just took her for an EPO. Sam, isn't it illegal to take somebody to court to try to get an EPO on them if you are online saying that you knew you weren't going to be granted the EPO and you...
Why would that be illegal? People go into court every day knowing good and fucking well they're not going to win, but they still try. That tells us a lot about you, Owl. That tells us you're a quitter. That tells us you don't have it in you to fight for anything, least of all yourself. And if you don't have it in you to, well, we'll leave it at that. No, it's not illegal. You can go into court every fucking day of the year knowing good and well you're going to lose the hearing, but at least most people try, right? I at least tried. I had a solid argument, and I will tell you that I probably would have won that hearing had Clara not lawyered up, because her lawyer smacked me around. I smacked her lawyer around and her lawyer smacked me around. And there was a lot of shit that wasn't allowed in that probably would have changed the outcome. Regardless, I had a solid argument. I had a solid case. Did I know I was going to lose because I knew Clara was going to get a lawyer and that was not going to go well? Of course I did. But I was still going to try. Are you a quitter, Owl? That's too bad. That's a shame. Very good says, no, stupid. It isn't illegal. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Just did it so that you would be on the offense. Is that not illegal? Like people that know about court stuff, isn't that perjury? Wouldn't that be perjury?
How would that be perjury, ma'am? How? What are you doing? She who literally is making her content out of reading court transcripts and trying to retry people who have already been tried in a court of law is seriously looking at us in the camera with a straight fucking face right now and saying that going into a court hearing knowing that you're likely going to lose is perjury? Unfucking real. Lisa Simpson said she definitely is a quitter, like when TT made her quit the internet a few years ago. Yeah, and she's lying about that. She's lying about that too, Lisa Simpson. She's saying that I had some hand in that. I absolutely did not.
Saying that you're so afraid you need an EPO, and then the next day...
I never said I was so afraid of Clara. That wasn't the basis for the EPO, being afraid of Clara. See, you'll find out. You're going to get the transcripts, right? Oh, gosh. I wonder who's going to get the transcripts first. Owl, who do you think is going to get those transcripts first? You or me? Oh, let's check the poll. Let's check the poll. All right, here we go. Did DC have to cut Hesse a check as part of the settlement? 233 votes, 87% said yes, 12% said no. Alexa, what is 12% of 233?
12% of 233 is 27.96.
It's always like 27, 28 people voting against common sense and logic, is it not? Hey, Canby, nice to see you. Hair Slayer says no, but the judge can sanction you. There's always that. Sanction you for what? Going into court knowing you're going to lose? No, I don't think so. If Stan had something to hide, why is she willing to get the transcripts herself? Nothing to hide. No. I will get the transcripts myself and I will read them word for motherfucking word. My question is, there's no question about whether or not I will get the transcripts and read them. I will. The question is, Owl, who's going to get them first? I guess we'll see. If the judge was going to sanction either one of us from talking about things online, the judge would have sanctioned us from talking about things online, and the judge did not do that.
On the internet saying that you went into it knowing you weren't going to get it, like, that can't be like legal. That can't be something that the court would tolerate if they knew it was happening, right? Or am I thinking that that's too much?
You're thinking too much.
Am I making a bigger deal out of that than it is?
You are. And you're thinking too much. You're hurting your little brain. I think you're damaging your brain, Owl. I think we're witnessing Owl damaging her brain in real time here.
To me, that's like perjury. You lied. You went to the court and said you needed something that you knew you didn't need.
When did I say that? How is saying I knew I was going to lose, but I tried anyway the equivalent of saying I knew I didn't need this EPO, but I asked for it anyway? Are you serious right now, ma'am? Which one is it? Which one is it you're accusing me of saying? Like, I can't even keep up.
And you're admitting it.
And you're admitting it.
Right? File not found, if nothing else, abusing the system and just taking the time, going and giving, like, you guys, she went and gave the sheriff $28 to serve DC on the 9th of February, knowing that Clara had already gotten served on the 5th.
And how would I know that? How would I know that? Owl is here right now stating emphatically as a fact that I knew on February 9th that Clara had already been served on the 5th. Who told you that? Who told you that? I didn't tell you that. Who said that? Where are you getting that from, ma'am?
Knowing that Clara got the certified mail and signed for it because Clara posted a video of it.
And when did Clara post the video of it? After court. So again, I ask you, Al, how would I have known that?
Sam would have been notified through attorneys, through whatever means.
Through whose attorney? I didn't have an attorney. Do you think that Clara's attorney notified me that she was served on the 5th? I'll have you know, Miss Know-It-All, Owl, Clara's attorney, what was her name? Audrey Lunsford. She did not file appearance in the case until Monday the 12th. Okay. So Clara's own attorney did not file appearance in the case until 7 days after Clara signed for that piece of mail. So you tell me, whose attorney was supposed to have told me that Clara signed for the certified mail on the 5th? I didn't have one. And Clara did not have one until the 12th, 7 days after she signed for it. 3 days after I went to Connorsville and had the sheriff serve her. Do you guys find it interesting that Clara did not have an attorney in the matter until 7 days after she signed the certified service, and also 3 days after I had her served by the sheriff officially? There were no attorneys involved on the 5th. There were no attorneys involved on the 9th when I went down there. The one attorney in the matter did not get involved until 3 days after I had the sheriff serve her on the 9th, Monday the 12th. Do you need to see the paperwork? Continue embarrassing yourself.
The
Oh, Jade, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. She may be an owl, but she is not wise. Hey, Bunny, nice to see you.
DEC was served. Well, Sam on February 9th drove 3 hours to Connorsville.
2.5. Dumb bitch.
To give the sheriff $28 to go serve DC a second time. She got served twice.
Okay.
It's crazy. Trash, Lumpy Space. Thank you. Fucking trash. Okay. So let's get to it.
All right.
Okay. So this is leading up to the video that she showed of her driving around Connorsville. We'll just start here.
Okay. I'm going to mute and I'll be right back. I have to go potty real quick. Okay. So,
okay. Let me get it up for you guys real quick. Ugh. Okay. All right. We're in business. Let me make it a little bit smaller. I don't think there's anything important to see. I didn't get the chat with this one. I do have the whole chat for the first stream, but these are just clips I did real quick this morning because, like I said, I didn't know they did a second stream. I just thought I recorded that first one. They got off and I had my timer set to record it, and that was that. But then I found out that it got flagged down for harassment and bullying. Here we go.
Yeah. So anyway, so I get to Connorsville, and I was okay. So I was actually on the phone with our attorney when I actually rolled in to Connorsville. So I wasn't really like paying attention to like GPS anymore at that point. But the Fayette County Sheriff's Department is pretty much right when you roll into town. Like you go right to it. But I wasn't looking at GPS because I was on the phone. So I was kind of like driving around aimlessly, while talking on the phone. Screaming into the abyss. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so I literally like look up and I realize, holy shit, that's the attic. Like I drove past the actual store, right? It was great. So anyway, so I get my shit together and I get my little money order and I go to the sheriff's department.
You got your money order down there. You are so funny, dude.
What?
You got your money order down there.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I forgot to get a money order.
That's where me and Sam are completely different because I'm not risking running into these fucking weirdos. I'm not. No way, no how.
I didn't give a fuck.
No fuck. She really don't.
No, I don't. I will knock on your fucking door day or night. I don't give a fuck. Try me. Ask around. I will.
Like what? Okay. What do you? That's not a redeeming quality about you, Sam, that you will go and knock on someone's door over internet.
Did I say this is a redeeming quality of mine? No, I didn't. It's just a fact, Sam don't give no fucks and we love it. I know I love it. I know my woman loves it, Let's see. Real quick, I'm just going to go over here to the Google Maps because I feel like this is important because I know there's been quite a bit of doubt about, my story here where I said that I was on the phone with legal when I rolled into town, and I was. So this is Highway 44 right here. This was my route coming into town. So State Road 44 through Bunker Hill, past the high school, whatever. I didn't even know that was there. But this was my route coming into town. So this is when you enter into town right here. Oh my gosh, Evelyn, thank you so much for being a member for 30 motherfucking months. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, so you roll into town and literally it veers off to Eastern, but this road right here, this is Central Avenue. Can you see that? This is Central Avenue. This is the road that I drove in, 44. See? 44 into Connorsville. So you come into Connorsville on 44. Like this is literally this is not really in town. It's right here is when you enter downtown. Like this is downtown, right? So you come in and look, there's Central Avenue right there. And as you can see, it extends here. All right. This right here, like this block right here. So you come in, here's Central Avenue. You take a left. This is the courthouse. right here. Let's see. Yep, look. Fayette County Sheriff's Office. So this is the road you come in on. 44 turns into 3rd Street. There's North Central Avenue. And where'd it go? Oh, here it is. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office is right here. And this is Central Avenue right here. Remember I told you guys I went to the Speedway right across the street from the sheriff's office, but they don't do money orders. So they told me I had to go to the Speedway way on the other side of town by the Kroger. So you get back on Central Avenue. Goodbye, sheriff's office. I'll have to come back because I have to go get a money order. And as you drive up the road, 1, 2, 3 blocks. What is this? What do you see here? Do you remember this? Do you remember the attic, the storefront being described by Mr. Corbin himself as being an L shape? That's the attic right there. This is it. This is Connections Cafe. This is the attic. Literally 1, 2, 3 blocks down from the sheriff's office. 3 blocks down from the sheriff's office on the same street. Exactly, can be. If shit goes down, who do you want on your side, Sham or Owl? Yes, the remedial building. It's literally 1, 2, 3 blocks from the sheriff's department. Sheriff's department, attic. Sheriff's department, attic. I tried to get the money order right here at the Speedway. They don't do money orders. By the way, this is the Dollar General. So I had to go up Central Avenue, and I was like, holy shit, it's right there. Didn't even realize it. Wow, crazy. So go up Central Avenue, la-di-da-di-da. Oh, look, there's the food stamp office. There's a Taco Bell around here somewhere. There's the Taco Bell is like right across the street and up. There's Willie's drive-thru. There's Tractor Supply. There's the movie theater. Taco Bell and look, okay, so there's the Dollar General. Okay, so this is Central Avenue still. Look, it's literally, now we know. Now we know it's right there. There's the Taco Bell. There's the Dollar General. Right back in here is where the great shopping cart caper. Aunt Katie, you take 65 up only so far, and then you have to cut. And then you have to cut over. Because 65 does not take you to Connersville. So yeah, let's see. Keep your eye on the Taco Bell. It's right there, right? Taco Bell's right here. Okay, so in this orange area where the Tractor Supply is, that's where the Taco Bell is, right there. Look how close the Taco Bell that I was going to and the Dollar General. It's literally, remember, that's the sheriff's department. That's the Taco Bell. And it's all on Central Avenue, all of it. All right, now that we've seen that, is everybody clear? Are we all familiar with the geography, the topography? Are we familiar with just exactly how Connersville is set up? Take 44 in. Actually, I didn't take 65 on the way there. Truth be told, I took Highway 3, which is a much more scenic, beautiful route through the back country farm roads of southern Indiana, and I actually recorded quite a bit of it so you all could see the scenery. I'll put a video together. It's breathtakingly beautiful. It was a much more pleasant drive than 65, but on the way back, I took 44 to whatever that was, and then over to 65 and down. I sure did. Okay. So anyway, now we're familiar, right? So you can see though how this is the sheriff, right where it says Connersville is where the sheriff's department is. And you can see, you come into town. This is a big hill right here. You come down the hill. Central Avenue is like Main Street of Connersville. And the sheriff's department's literally right there. And then the old attic location is right there. Like, it is what it is. All right. Back to you, Al.
Oh, shit. That's absolutely not a flex whatsoever.
Well, so anyway. So I go to the sheriff's department. I didn't tell you this. I got out of the car at the sheriff's department, get halfway there, and I'm like, fuck, I forgot the money order. So I went to the Speedway across the street from the sheriff's department. They don't do money orders there. Can you believe that shit?
No, who don't?
I was like,
orders, especially a gas station.
Yeah. Well, they're like, well, the Speedway down by the Kroger does. I was like, oh yeah, okay. So I go down to the fucking Speedway, all the way on the other end of fucking Connersville, to the Speedway across from the Kroger, get my fucking money order.
See, she's talking about the night.
Yeah.
Going through all this trouble, driving 3 hours.
2 hours and 22 minutes. Continue.
To Connersville when Clara had already been served on the 5th. She signed for the certified letter. We have a video to pull up
Mm-hmm.
and show Mima shuffling out the door. It's fucking adorable. I have to say, it's the most adorable video I've ever seen in my life. She is opening the letter while the mail guy is like, "Can you please?"
So what? What does that have anything to do with fuck all? You think that mailman stood outside of Clara's house on Monday the 5th and called me on my phone to say, she signed for it? That's not how it works. You're literally saying the words that Clara signed for the certified mail. So what does that tell you, Owl? What does that tell you? That tells you it went via the mail, the U.S. mail. Okay, 3 hours drive from where I live. So how exactly, Owl, is it that you understand the U.S. Postal Service to work with the whole certified mail thing when it is a court document that's being served by a court of law via certified mail? Why don't you explain for us how that works? Since clearly you've decided that it is an undeniable fact that I was made aware same day that Clara signed for that certified letter on her front porch that I was made aware that she had been served. How? You tell me how. Nikki P, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Skullface, welcome. I would love to hear Al explain for us how she has this inside knowledge as to how the USPS works, and specifically in relation to court documents being sent by a court of law via certified mail, USPS, for the purpose of service.
He signed for this, ma'am. Clara's tearing her fucking talons into that letter because she sees.
Oh, Aunt Katie in the chat says, I'll explain. I'm the USPS professional. Please do, Aunt Katie. Please do. Go ahead in the chat. I'll look for your reply.
That it's from Floyd County courts. She knows instantly that Sam has sent something.
Okay, so yeah, Clara would know instantly on the 5th that she was served by the courts. But how does that also mean that Sam would know instantly that Clara had been served on the 5th? Owl, that's what you're failing to explain for us. That's what we're waiting for.
Oh, she immediately starts looking. Oh my God, it's the cutest video. Wait till you see it. But let's finish up this first.
And go back to the sheriff's department and I meet with the sheriff's deputy, and I give him the paperwork and everything, and I was like, do you think you can, by now it was like 12 o'clock, maybe right before noon. I was like, do you think you can get this served today? Because the hearing's on Thursday. He's like, oh yeah, definitely. So I was like, all right. So I go back to my car, and these places are all.
Why is that crazy? I'm not understanding why that's crazy. Hey, Christina from Flint.
Fucking road in Connorsville, which just so happens to be the same road that the attic is on, Central Avenue or whatever. So I'm sitting in my car after, I leave the sheriff's department.
Didn't I just say they're on the same road? And didn't I just show you that? Owl, are you watching?
I'm sitting there and I see the fucking sheriff deputy drive past me going
Now, how is that? I just showed you all the topography, the landscape. I identified for you where the sheriff's department is. Okay. Remember I told you I went to the sheriff's department with my little money order, and then I'll tell you where I parked. I parked right here. Oh, wait, am I on Central Avenue? Here on Central Avenue. I parked on Central Avenue. You cannot park on this, it says West 5th Street, but that's not an actual road. They literally have it blocked on both sides, and only police personnel can park here because this is a sheriff's department here. I had to park on Central Avenue. I mean, this is downtown. It's very busy. It's a bustling area. I was actually surprised at how much traffic there is. Here, let me zoom in some more so you can really see. Oh, sorry. Here's the sheriff's department. Okay. So you cannot park here. See, they've got the Fayette County Superior Court here. And then over here is the sheriff's office, probation, county corrections. You cannot park here. That is sheriff's department parking only. So I parked here on Central Avenue. Okay. And I was parking facing going this way, like facing going that way, because there was no parking available. It's just where I got a fucking spot. Okay. Why would you not go to the post office for a money order? Where the fuck is the post office? Okay. I'm parked here. I get out of my car. I cross the street. I get to about here when I realize, oh shit, I didn't get a money order. I turn and I see right here the Speedway gas station, literally right here, Speedway. So I was like, I'll go get my money order right here. I walked over because I'm parked here. Why would I get back in my car and drive here? So I walk over. They're like, no, we don't do money orders, but the one up by the Kroger does. At this point, Katie, no, I'm not saying, you know what? I'll just figure out where the post office is instead. No, these people are telling me I can get the fucking money order at the next CVS up the road. So that's where I went. I didn't say, oh, no, you know what? I'll just go to the post office. Let me just check for the post office. I mean, what? Is that just so complete? Okay, Katie, that's great. For your first thought would have been totally fine. I'll just find the nearest post office. I didn't. The lady at the Speedway said you can get a money order at the Speedway up the road. So I said, great. And I went up the fucking road to the next Speedway. I mean, it's not that, ridiculous of a thought. Anyhow, so this is the sheriff's office. I was parked right here facing that way. I get done at the sheriff's office talking to him and I walk back over here. I cross the street. I get back in my car. And I was sitting in my car. I'm sure I was talking to Yaba on the phone, letting her know that I had just completed the task of dropping the money order and the order to appear off at the sheriff's department. And I'm sure I was discussing with her the fact that I was very hungry and wanted to find the nearest Taco Bell. And I knew that there was a Taco Bell right up the road because I had already driven past it. Because remember, I told you this Speedway down here told me I had to go to the Speedway on the other side of Connorsville. Well, I did. I had to drive up Central Avenue. Here we go. Up Central Avenue. Up Central Avenue. There's the Taco Bell. But I knew the Taco Bell was there without having to look it up because I had driven all the way up. Look, there's the Kroger. And what's this? Where's the Speedway? Is it going to show? It should, because I believe, well, it says high speed automotive, but that's a Speedway, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, about it, it's right there. Oh, no, there it is, Speedway. See? Katie, I'm being extra thorough to make sure I answer all of your questions. So that is how I knew that there was a Taco Bell right here as I was sitting right here. So as I'm sitting right here and I'm talking to Yaba, and I'm pleading my case for why I need to go get Taco Bell before I drive home because I'm very hungry. I see a sheriff's department pickup truck come out of here. This is actually where they parked. He came out of here, made a left going north on Central Avenue. And I was like, and I could see the dude in the driver's seat. He drove right past me. I was sitting right here. He drove right past me. I was like, oh my God, that's the dude. That's the sheriff dude. And I told her, I was like, oh my God, that's the sheriff dude. I wonder if he's going to serve her right now. So we continued and, you could see the sheriff, in front of me. And of course I was recording because I thought it would be good content. I did. Here we go past the attic, up. We keep going, la-di-da. And then you guys saw the video. Somewhere about here is where the great shopping cart caper of Connorsville occurred. And that sheriff's deputy, he turned around. He saw what was going on with the shopping carts just like I did. He actually turned around and went back, and him and another sheriff's deputy must have dealt with that situation. I don't know. All I know is I continued on to the Taco Bell right here. And that's how I know for a fact. Well, I seen him turn around for one. But yeah, while I was waiting for my food at the Taco Bell, I could still see, look, it happened right there. Like literally right before the bend in the road. I could see down the road. I could see the police lights and everything. I could see that they went and stopped the dude. So I got my food and I went on about my day. And I don't know. I have no idea how long that sheriff's deputy was tied up with the shopping cart caper man or whatever. But I do know that the sheriff, in fact, I didn't show that whole video. I recorded even pulling into the Taco Bell. So yeah, it's on video where he turns around. And he did. He turned around, he went and dealt with the shopping cart caper, and I got my Taco Bell. It was the worst Taco Bell I'd ever had. It was disgusting. and I did not eat it. I ended up going back to the Speedway and getting some pretzels. Anyway, I hope that satisfies your all the questions you have on that. Did I? Oh, here it is. Okay, back to you, Owl.
Towards town.
Is she serious? Is
yes,
she serious?
yes, I'm serious.
You could have just not said any of this, Sam, but you had to make up a fucking story. I love it.
What story is she saying I made up? Let me tap back because I forget what it is she's saying I'm lying about.
Deputy drive past me.
Oh, yeah.
Going towards town.
He did. He left as soon as I paid him the money order and he had the order to appear in his hand. He must have went and, logged it and got right in his truck and went to try to go serve her. Like that is his job, And yeah, I happened to still be sitting in my car outside the sheriff's department when the man drove past me. Owl, why is that so far-fetched for you to understand or believe?
Is she serious? Is she serious? You could have just not said any of this, Sam, but you had to make up a fucking story. I love it.
I don't know.
He's going straight on over there. Okay.
Send your text just so you don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah. No. So I just thought, I thought that was pretty wild. I was like, wow, he's going straight over there to do it. Okay. Well, anyway, wait, I lost my video. Gosh dang it. Hold on.
She finds it.
So anyway, then I decide I'm hungry, right? So I'm gonna go to the
Because of course you are.
I told you Listen, I told you this is around afternoon o'clock. Okay. I've been driving all morning. I was hungry. So I was like, I'm gonna get me something to eat. So I continue on down the road and I'm going over there to the Taco Bell. Well, listen, I was, I had my phone in the little mount thingy and I was recording, the sites of Connorsville because I'm sure everybody's interested.
Well, you're YouTubers. That's just kind of what you do.
Well, yeah.
No, why?
So anyway, I was recording it. The most Connorsvillian thing of Connorsvillian things to happen.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull up the video now that she shows the video in because it's just them laughing about it, thinking it's funny for some reason. But here's the video that Sam insists on bringing up of her driving through Connorsville. And I saw someone mention the transcripts in the chat. We will get to the transcripts here in a minute. She mentions it. So I'm just waiting for it to come up in conversation naturally.
Are you ready? Okay, watch. This is so much fun. It's only 49 seconds.
She's giddy.
Get your pearls ready, Peanut.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm giddy because that shit was funny AF. Funny AF. Okay, hold on. Just hold your horses there a minute, Owl. Wait. I do like that still. All right, there we have it. What does this say? $12.29 at the Taco Bell in Connorsville. Transaction date February 9th. Oh my God, Al, I must be lying because it wasn't posted to the 12th, right, Al? Is that how things work in your land? Well, if it didn't post to the 12th, that means she was not there on the 9th. I can hear that dumb bitch saying it now. Method in person. In person. In person. It even tells you that I was there in person. That was not an online order that I placed as a farce. It says in person. Thank you for your meticulous record-keeping details, both Taco Bell Corporation, Yum Brands, and my banking institution. $12.29. It was a Mexican pizza combo meal. Can you believe that's $12.29 these days? Unreal. All right, where were we? Back to you, Owl. Look at the dumb look on her face. The same day that Sam filmed this, Zeeth, Ron's ex-friend, who's in a bitter feud with Ron, went filming purposely around the attic with no pushback from Al or others. That's true. That's true. And do you know I only missed Zeeth and Casey walking around downtown Connorsville, outside, around, about, and behind the attic store by like 15 minutes? $12 and it didn't put you in the negative. Sam is dumb, says you're embarrassing yourself, Sam. Yeah, and what's your point? I don't feel embarrassed. Am I embarrassing myself because you say I'm embarrassing myself? Okay, well. Anyway, look at this. Look at this stuff. I'm going to screenshot that because that's a good one. Might use that in the future. Mm-hmm. Play. It's not playing. What the hell? Oh, here we go. It won't play, but I can advance it. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Okay, fine. We'll do it like this. So here I am. This is me. I'm driving down the street. I'm in Connersville. I'm on my way to Taco Bell to get some lunch before I head back home. Don't mind me. Look, there's Mike cycling auto.
Fucking cuckoo.
Look what this is. Wiley's. What's that? Wiley's Wash and Lube. Okay, I'm legit in Connersville, right? So okay, and then look ahead. Oh my gosh, there's a man pushing $2 General shopping carts, crossing in the middle of the street, in the middle of traffic. He almost gets hit by this car. This right about here is when I noticed him. And I'm like, holy shit. So I start getting over, right? And I realize, oh my God. So then the car in front of me damn near hits him. They had to slam on their brakes. So
Beth, it is so fucking creepy. And she was so worried about showing this. And it is funny.
It's so creepy.
There is a man stealing $2 General carts and $2 General employees.
Hold on.
And stealing. She was so worried about showing this. And it is funny that there is a man stealing.
It is funny. Okay, so she admits and she concedes that this is funny as fuck. Okay. All right.
$2 General carts and $2 General employees chasing him down the street. That is hilarious. But the reason that Sam is filming this is not hilarious. Like, it wasn't hilarious enough to show it and show that she took video of herself driving through Connersville.
Why would I not have a dash cam going when I am in Connersville, Indiana, to have somebody served a court summons? Why would I not have dash cam video footage of everywhere that I traveled in my vehicle on that day? Why is that so ridiculous, Colby? I just don't understand why that's so ridiculous a thought that I would have my dash cam footage rolling the entire time I was driving around Connersville when I was there for the express purpose of having a respondent in a court matter served by the sheriff. Okay. Oh, sorry, Owl. Sorry, Owl.
Waiting for the sheriff to serve Claire. Like, that's crazy. When she had already been served. No reason to even drive 3 hours.
But did I know that she had been served? Do you think that I would have driven 3 hours had I known she had already been served and that the court had registered in their system that she was showing having been served? Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
It's just crazy. 7K printer, why drive 3 hours for a $28 money order? Why take the scenic route? Why hasn't Sam given us the time frame of when she was in Connersville? I am becoming more aware. Oh, she pretty much tells us.
I did give the time frame. I've given the time frame. We can go over it again.
7K. Between all the times that she's trying to, like, I don't even know what she's trying to do, be funny, I guess. She tells us exactly what she did. She literally, like, followed that sheriff past Clara's house.
That's a fucking lie. The sheriff turned off and dealt with the shopping cart caper. Owl. You really think the sheriff just drove past this and didn't turn around and deal with it? And then I went and got my Taco Bell. And that's where Sam and the sheriff parted ways. Unreal. Yeah, now it's a problem. I took the scenic route. Why on earth would I drive 65 north from New Albany all the way up to, I think it's Seymour is where you're supposed to break off, when I could take, is it Highway 3? Highway 3. Why would I take 65? Why would I want to travel a 6-10 lane expressway when I can take the back road? Anyway.
To watch her be served.
I had to swerve.
See, that's you making assumptions, Owl. You assume because I was recording when this happened and the sheriff happened to be a couple cars in front of me, you assume that that's what happened. But again, That's what happens when you when you assume things. Owl, you make an ass out of yourself, not me.
Look, look at this shit.
And
Oh
Yaba
my
fucking
gosh, is that
loves
Ronald?
it.
That's gone.
Loves it.
I can't believe you said that because that's exactly what I said. If you could hear the audio, I was like, that might as well be Ron himself.
The attic needs these cards. Nothing to say here. He's got his hand of spray paint.
Look, she couldn't help herself. She knows it's fucking hilarious, and she hates the fact that it's fucking hilarious.
The spray paint on black and put the attic on them. These don't belong to anybody. They belong to the attic. These are ours.
Yeah.
Take
So
things
this is all this is all just like comic relief of all the stupid shit that they said before this. But I just wanted to show that she does indeed have a video from Connorsville. She was in Connorsville.
I have a
the
fuck
day that
ton
Claire-
more. I have a fuck ton more footage from my day in Connorsville than this, ma'am. And if I were to bust that video out and slap it on the screen right now and show you that the sheriff turned around to deal with the shopping cart caper and I continued on to Taco Bell, what would you have to say then? Would you be like, oh, that was pretty stupid of me to make assumptions because now I look like a total fucking idiot?
Sarah got
Yeah, pull your stick out of your ass, Owleth. Thank you, babe.
served on the 9th
She's accusing this of being a red herring.
of February. She was in Connorsville, like at the time that Clara got served, and she had already been served on the 5th. And Sam should have got notification of that.
How do you figure?
And yeah, like I said, there's proof. Okay, there's one more clip.
Sam should have got notification. Should I have? Well, let's see. I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't get notification. All right. I didn't get notification. So on Thursday, on Thursday, the 8th of February, I called the Fayette County Courthouse, not for the first time by any means. And I asked them again if she had been served. And on Thursday, February the 8th, the Floyd County clerk said, no, we do not show service having been returned as of 1 week before the hearing. And I was like, this bitch knows. Probably sees it in her informed delivery because that's just a thing that I too have. Anyway, so she's not opening the door because here we are a week before the hearing. A week before the hearing, and the Floyd County courts is not showing her being served yet. Babe, I feel like you shouldn't answer any more questions until Al answers why her camera in 2024 looks like that. I'll tell you why it looks like that. It's the filters. It's not that the camera's bad. It's that she turned all the fuck the way up. She's using StreamYards, isn't she? Is she using StreamYards? I don't know, but that's my answer. She's got the filter turned all the way up. All right. So when I called on Thursday the 8th, Floyd County clerk said we do not have service returned as of the 8th. So I went up to the Floyd County courthouse at literally like 8:30 a.m. on the next day, which was Friday the 9th, because I had to go to the courthouse to get the order to appear that had Clara's name on it. Because that's what I had to give the sheriff. And I didn't have an order to appear with Clara's name and address on it. And the sheriff cannot serve an order to appear that had for Clara that has my name and address on it. It had to be the one that had her name and address. And the only way I could get that was to go to the Floyd County courthouse, up to Superior Court 3 clerk, and say, I need 3 copies of the order to appear in this case addressed to Clara with her address on it. And that's what I did. Matter of fact, I took a picture of myself outside the Floyd County courthouse that morning. So that'll tell us what time I was there. So I go up there and I didn't record this. I didn't think to. I guess maybe I should have, whatever. But I go up to the courthouse on the 9th, first thing in the morning, and I tell her what I'm there for. And again, I ask her to check. Here it is. 8:57 a.m. is when I came out of the courthouse. It was 8:57 a.m. See that picture? See my big forehead? I'm just going to do it old school. All right. Because who's got time for this shit? Oh, it's not going to focus. Whatever. Hold on. I'll screenshot it and put it on the damn screen. Whatever. So I asked the court, I was like, I asked the clerk so it was probably about 8:30. And I said, can you check again and see if the service has come back on this case? Because if it has not come back yet, I need 3 copies of the order to appear with Clara's name and address on them so I can take them to the Fayette County Sheriff and ask the sheriff to serve her. And what do you know? The clerk looked in their computer, looked up the case, and says, we have not received service back yet. There it is. New Albany, February 9th, 8:57 a.m. There I am in my traveling outfit. That's my traveling outfit. All right. Is that a sufficient receipt for you, Aleph? So and you can see the courthouse behind me. So I'm at the courthouse, 8:30 in the morning. The clerk looks it up and she says, no, we have not received service back on that. So she prints out 3 copies of the order to appear with Clara's name on them. Now, do you think that the court clerk would have printed me 3 copies of the order to appear with Clara's name and address on it if the system had showed that she had already been served on Monday by certified mail? No, she probably wouldn't have. She'd probably been like, well, she's already served. We already have her in the system as served. So there's no need to do that. Right. So a little common sense. If the sheriff served Clara because I gave him the notice to appear, the order to appear with Clara's name on it, I had to get that from the court. So anyway, Al is just so damn sure that when I was at that courthouse and I love the fact that I was at the courthouse Friday morning. I love how Al was so fucking sure that I had already known that Clara had signed for that mail the Monday before. And that's what like her whole narrative is based on, right? So this stream that we're watching of Owls was on February 17th, which was a Saturday. This recording, this phone call that I recorded, is February the 19th at 3:16 p.m. So the following Monday, 2 days later. Let's listen, shall we? Tell me if you can hear it.
Thank you for calling the Fayette County Clerk's Office. For traffic tickets, press 1. For jury duty or records, press 2. For evictions or marriage license, press 3. For child support or paternity, press 4. For mental health filings or protective orders, press 5. For estates and guardianship. Fayette County Clerk's Office.
Hi there. I have a question. I was hoping you can help me. Can I give you the case number?
Just 1 second. My computer's. Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Thank you. It's 22D03 2401 PO 000055.
Okay, what's your question?
I'm the petitioner, Samantha Telfer, and my question is, I know that the respondent was served via certified mail. Can you look in the system and see what day you were notified back that the service was successful via certified mail?
This entry was put on 13th.
What?
And looks like the certified mail was filed for on February the 5th.
Oh,
Okay, so
February 13th. Did you hear that? From the court clerk's own mouth, that the service was not recorded in the Floyd County court database until the 13th, which was 2 days before the hearing, 4 days after the sheriff served her. What? How many days after she signed for it? 8 days after she signed for it. 1 day after she had her attorney file appearance. Owl, did you hear that? The Floyd County, so as you know, DC stood on her little porch and signed for it on Monday the 5th. We saw the video. And now you've heard the recording, Owleth Jean, of the Floyd County clerk telling you that they did not enter that in their system until Tuesday the 13th. So tell me again, Owl, how I was supposed to know on Friday the 9th that Clara had signed for that on her front porch via the mailman on Monday the 5th. So all signs point to Sam was telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth when she said, I called on the 8th and the court clerk did not show service yet in their system. And it doesn't matter when Clara stood on her front porch and signed for it. It doesn't matter when the mail carrier dropped it back in the mail to be delivered back to Floyd County. It doesn't matter when the postal worker in Floyd County delivered the little piece of paper back to the court clerk. What matters is Clara was not considered served until the court clerk in Floyd County entered the receipt into their system. And you just heard from the clerk, they did not do that until the 13th of February. 2 days before the hearing. 4 days after I had her served by the sheriff. 8 days after she signed for it. 1 day after her attorney, Audrey Lunsford, filed appearance. I know, look at that still. I imagine that's what Al looks like right about now as she's listening to this stream. Yeah, she's live flapping her mouth about somebody else. She's trying to act not bothered, I guess, because she's being drunk for filth over here, and that's fine. All right, well, let's finish this up. Let's finish listening to Al tell everybody how I'm a big fat liar and I had no legitimate reason to be in Connorsville on Friday the 9th to have Clara served because I should have known good and fucking well that she signed for that on the 5th. Tell us more about everything you know to be fact, Owl.
From the second one that I just have to bring up, of course, because it's about
Because you're
me.
right. You're totally.
And Sam has mentioned me acquiring the transcripts several times now, which only makes me want to acquire them more. Just the way that she is talking about it and the things she's saying are going to be in it, et cetera, just makes me want them more. So here, let's see what she thinks.
Gosh, I really, 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 really hope, Owl, that you really doubt one fucking thing that I say is in that transcript. I really do. Again, who do you think is going to get the transcripts first, Owl or me?
Thanks about it all. This is, again, from the second video. We're about to go back to the first one to pull apart all the lies and stupidity. And this is just extra to that.
Because you're right. You're totally within your rights to file a copyright suit against me, Miss Frank. And you're totally within your rights to run a background check on me in preparation for that copyright lawsuit. And I have no problem with either one of those actions. But what I have a problem with is you then taking to your Rumble live stream on the internet and sharing the results of that background check with the internet to include my name, date of birth, address, and first 5 digits of my social security number. She didn't have an answer for that. And that's one thing you guys will see when
I wonder what Owl would do if somebody were to run a background check on Owl for very legitimate purposes and then take to their YouTube channel and share Owl's legal name, address, date of birth, and the first 5 digits of her social security number. Would that be okay with you, Al, since you've made it clear that that sort of thing should have been okay with me? Oh no, Owlith is definitely paying for the transcripts. That has been established, and I appreciate you, Al, doing my legwork for me, saving me that task, that absolute fucking chore of a task. I appreciate you. No, Al is paying the $600 something for the transcripts, but I'm gonna get them first.
Owl's bitch ass, who also does not have a creative or original idea or thought in her fucking body. The nerve of her calling herself original Owl, not an original fucking fiber in that
true
woman's body.
All
anyway.
true.
True.
Very true.
That's true.
But you'll see. I bet Claire Alejandra didn't tell y'all this. More times than not, Clara would answer a question with a question.
That is a fact, and the transcripts will prove that to be a fact.
Like, it was anarchy in there. It was total chaos. And that's how another reason you can tell that judge just did not fucking care.
Yeah,
I would ask Claire a question, and she would literally not even answer the question, and she would just ask me a question. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it was absolute fucking anarchy. It really was. And I mean, I was like,
there it is.
I put a tweet up there where she had said all kinds of slanderous, defamatory things about me and using my legal name when she did it. And one of them, she insists I'm a felon. And I asked her, what factual basis did you have to publicly state Sam Telfer is a felon? What factual basis did you have to make that statement? She said, because you are. And I said, but I'm not. So again, like, where did you get this? Like,
oh my God,
where from your extensive criminal record? And I'm like, but what? Like, how are you saying that you found a felony conviction on my record? And I'm telling you, I've never been convicted of a felony. Like, I saw it. I heard it. I saw it. Okay, Clara.
What
Boy, you think she would have learned a thing or two.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of shit show, I guess you guys probably don't realize that you have bullshit boots.
It was a shit show. I said that. Lasheth Jean, thank you so much for gifting 5 Shamrocks memberships. Danny Jean, Lisa W, Stella Goth, Fawnra, and Lioness. Welcome to membership. Shake the tree, baby. Thank you so much.
Members in your exclusive member emojis to walk through all the. But yes, as Sam mentioned, she's talking about things that will be in the transcripts when my bitch ass gets them. But
no, when your bitch ass pays for them, honey, I'm getting them first. That's already been settled. So I guess we'll see who can take to microphone and read every word of them first, won't we, Owl? Thank you for taking care of that for me. Christy, thank you so much for gifting 5 Shamrocks memberships. Salva, Sarah B. Pondu, Dawn Shell, Wicked Weird Wednesday, and Hazel Eyes. Welcome to memberships. Shake, shake, shake. Thank you so much. Hey, I should get me one of those maracas. And every time somebody shakes the tree, I'll shake the maraca. Like, you've got the beg bell, which, by the way, I need a beg bell as well. I forgot. I want a beg bell and I want maracas to shake the tree.
Script for this case, there is 105 pages.
Yeah, she's coming with the beg bell. I love her so much.
Which is
Busted Kid of Biscuits. Thank you for gifting 1 Shamrock membership. SJ Jordan, welcome to memberships. Shake it, baby.
Saying to me. And it's because Sam brought so much discovery. I forget how many DC said. I think she said like 80 or something, some ungodly number.
Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, I haven't sent that to the judge. I was supposed to send something to the judge. I had a conversation with her the day after the hearing, and I was supposed to send her something, and this just reminded me. I cannot believe I forgot to do that. There were not 80 exhibits brought in. There was 4. You don't necessarily, you might have a shit ton of discovery, but not all discovery gets brought into the case. So this transcript and the size of it, the cost of it, the length of it has absolutely nothing to do with the number of exhibits that were submitted to Claire's attorney in discovery. None at all. But here we have, once again, Owl having no fucking idea what she's talking about. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for gifting 5 Sham Rocks memberships. Welcome, Michaela, Christina, Casey, Diabetic Sugar Baby, and Mood Child Peak. Shake it, shake it, shake it, Sky Fairy. Thank you for shaking the tree. VG, welcome.
So right whenever this shit went down and I found out the DC and CM had court, I hurried up and wrote the court reporter and I was like, hey, what'll it cost for you to whip these up for me? $577 because Sam went on for 105 fucking pages.
Oh, really? Was this a hearing between two parties with a lawyer involved, or was this a deposition by Sam? Which one was it? Owl.
Now, if I pay for these by myself, my husband will divorce me, but I am more than willing to obtain
God,
these
Kelly
if
Jean,
I
you
have help with it.
I love it.
The
Thank
only
you.
way that I can do it through YouTube, offset the cost of the trans, 150, do it. But I have been buying court mention on Twitter, want to do that of them. I can't even imagine what was said.
Okay, hold on.
If anybody does want to do that and get these transcripts and read them, all 105 pages of them, I can't even imagine what was said in 105 pages, but there it is. There's the request for the transcripts. Okay, now I want to get into this first video. Oh, and the Cash App and PayPal links are in the description. Cash App will not
Why do you think I'm freaking out like this? And I'm on
set
my
off an alert on here.
Okay. And no,
Christy says Al must not know the difference. No, she must not. Thank you for the super chat.
But I believe PayPal will. Tango Bliss has been a member for 14 months.
Right, Lisa. So first I didn't have a case, and then I took too long presenting my case. Which one is it?
Glad you're better. Thanks so much for all you do. Sent you a DM with the new address, beautiful lady. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tangled Bliss. Thank you so much, my love. Sounds good. Taking care of business, 1,600 for printing. Sam is only smart when she's legitimate claims. 75. Absolutely. Chicklets, my PayPal is in the description, and Rose just posted it as well. And that is my business PayPal. So if you think that people
don't fence me in, yes, I'm getting the transcripts, but I didn't have to pay for them, and I'm going to get them before Owl does. Stupid suckers. I wonder who gave Al all that money. I wonder if they're going to ask her for the money back. I wonder if she's going to give it back.
Like everybody ships things that they get money for. So they don't realize that I don't even sell people things. I'm not like getting money for a product. It's for a service. So that's really weird. I don't know if it'll ask you or not, but if it does.
It was Clara. Oh. Wow. I wonder how much that brings the total dollar amount that Clara had to spend on this whole unfortunate situation. I wonder what it brings it up to. Not including the 14 hundo she spent for that CND that I literally wiped my ass with.
The family option is much easier because then you don't have to approve it for me to say that you got the product, if that makes any sense. Most people do it correctly. I don't have a problem most of the time.
You're totally fine, honey. Yes. Thank you.
So there's that. And now we are going to bring up the first video, which I have edited down. Like I said, I sped it up a little bit.
This is great, babe. She's talking about our first live stream. The one when I got struck the first time and we went live right after it. We did the 2 streams that Friday night, the day after the hearing. She's got the first one. Isn't that great?
I watched the first. Oh my God, they started it so annoying. Why is it still that loud? I turned it down. I just wanted you guys to hear how immature and cringy they started this stream, making the peanut sounds, the peanut nodding off sounds. Yaba had told Peanut to die on Twitter, so Yaba got suspended.
She did not get suspended. See, more misinformation being spread by Owl. That's all you get from Owl is misinformation. She was not suspended. She was put in jail for 7 days. There's a difference, Owl. Just like there's a difference between going into court knowing you're very likely going to lose and perjuring yourself. There's a difference.
So now they're going hard on Peanut for reviewing their videos.
Yeah, she said pass away. Owl. That's what she said. She didn't. What'd she say? You said? She said pass away. I mean, pay attention. Thank you, Kelly Jean. She said pay attention or pass away. I don't know. I'm confused.
Why do you think I'm freaking out like this? And I'm on my
On
menses.
her channel.
I'm not okay. And no.
Debbie.
Why do you think I'm freaking out
Oh
like
my
this?
goodness,
And
I'm
on
going to
my
have to.
menses.
By the way, this is that TLC, Love Notes for TLC, that very severely mentally ill woman who was homeless and pregnant while suffering severe psychotic episodes. This being one of them, where she was encountered by the police, which in and of itself is a very scary situation to be in, but she was actually being arrested while pregnant and homeless in the middle of a mental health crisis. And Owl here has clipped that, and it plays whenever she gets a new member because she thinks it's fucking hilarious. I think it's disgusting. That's right, Lisa Simpson. At least Yaba didn't put in a live status bar across her live stream like you did for another severely mentally ill woman who you find so entertaining that you make content out of on the YouTube. Owl. Look how cool you are and funny.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Look at that.
Wait,
I just don't find it funny at
oh
all.
my goodness, on her channel.
I'm not okay. And no.
Debbie.
Why do you think I'm freaking out
Oh
like
my
this?
goodness,
And
I'm
on
going to
my
have to.
menses.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wait. Half-Light just gifted 20 original Owl memberships. Half-Light. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I don't even know if I can read 20. They're coming up on this Half-Light. Like 20. Stick around. Yeah, you just rewind. Fiddled a go good around, and I'm not going to have so much. Hey, Val, my love. I sent it. I don't know if you got my message. I sent it so that you would get it in February. And then I have something else coming for you, but that'll be here in a few days. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, just a girl you used to know, Dimmeru. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of alerts when they happen too often. Yeah, Dimmeru, that's why I do try to mute it. Make sure it, especially if we're going over, I try to please. All right, let's get to this. I'm sorry. Did I pull the video up? Okay, yes. I turned it down so far. Let me turn it down more until we get past that part. But just look, I have to show you because it's so cringy how they started this. Like, Yaba is just acting like a little fucking kid about all this. Cringe as fuck. So, yeah, it started.
Shake, shake, shake. Miss Ann, thank you so much for gifting 5 Sham Rocks memberships. Welcome, Legal Weasel, Last Minute Laura, JoJo B, Weeper 61, and Barbara.
With Yaba's music and
no shit.
Peanut.
That was funny as shit. She means cool, it's fine.
Why? Oh, you're not seeing it. I'm sorry. Let me get it. There we go. It's on the screen. I'm so sorry. Kitch Breeder just asked DC what was said in court. Kitch Breeder, yeah, if I could just do that, if it was that easy, I would. But we know that that's not, it's not that easy to just ask someone what was said. And according to DC, she didn't record it. She didn't record this hearing because you're not supposed to. I don't know if that's true or not, but she says that she didn't. I kind of believe her. I don't know.
Well, I can tell you that there was no instruction given at any point in time that I heard in open court that you could not record it. I'm just saying. I didn't hear that.
But yes, this is how they started this stream with the peanut sounds. And it was just super awkward and like forced laughter. It was awful.
At least there was laughter, ma'am. At least there's laughter, right? It's so awkward.
You are killing me with this.
Now we can go to normal volume.
I can't help myself. That's for you, Peanut.
Yeah, fuck you, Peanut. Oh man, I just realized I can't hardly hear you. Okay, that's better. You can't hear me.
Sound good?
Let me turn my mic up. No, don't do that. It's because my laptop is now so much further away.
You're so funny. Hey, Comfort 1970. I better make this bigger because I can't see the damn thing neither.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for being a member for 16
No,
months.
I can tell that DC is actually like upset and worried now because she is speaking to me even. like behind the scenes, trying to figure stuff out and ask me if I know things. And so I know that DC.
Wait, what? Who? Hold on.
He's supposed to be a member for 16
No,
months.
I can tell that DC is actually like upset and worried now because she is speaking to me even like behind the scenes, trying to figure stuff out and ask me if I know things. And
upset and worried about what? And why are you talking to a Clarahondra behind the scenes about anything, ma'am? Do you not do extensive coverage on both Clarahondra and her partner in both business and life? That's got to be uncomfortable. Journey to the Pit says Al mocked Peanut when she OD'd on stream 3 times. Not shocked at all.
I know that DC is very uncomfortable after finding all this out, after Sam admitting to driving to Connorsville on the 9th when DC knew she had already been served on the 5th. So
yeah, DC knew she had been served on the 5th. DC, Mandy ATX, and DC's mail carrier are the only 3 motherfuckers on the planet, I'm sure Ron as well, who were aware on Friday the 9th that DC had been served. Sam was not, nor was the Floyd County Court clerk.
I can tell this is actually getting to Graham DC. It actually is. She already had like enough on her plate and now this shit's happening. Why did my camera just like, what is happening? Hold on, guys. I'm like way too lit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here,
So I meant to change that. It's still a Renegade. My bad.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
for
got
being here.
Jesus, get your life together, Sam.
I mean, I've had a lot going on. You know?
Yeah.
Hold on. There was another member
we go.
message.
It's a
Wicked
little bit
Crafter. Thank you so much for being a member for
less
3 months.
Crafter.
Okay, Buns. DC was on the phone with Mandy ATX when she opened the door and signed for the certified letter on Monday the 5th.
Good.
Buddy said GG made fun of me and hurt my feelings. I didn't think that rat-looking bastard was ever going to go off.
Very good. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. We appreciate you listening while cleaning my stove. Also, yes, exactly. We all
It
agree
does look like a police spotlight shining on her, don't it?
with that statement. Very good.
Do you hear the weird laughter? Like the like it was so forced. They just want to act like everything is peachy. They should not have even done this stream. It made Sam look like a
Gaslighting. Look at this dumb fuck.
complete psychopath, especially after DC brought out the proof that she was already served. But listen to this diatribe.
We were both sick. Notice she makes no mention of the fact that you can hear that we're both sick.
Sam goes into to try to justify why she did that on the night. I guess she felt like she just had to.
Why do you think I'm freaking out like this?
Justify
And I'm on my
it.
menses.
Fresh
I'm
Peter
not
cute.
okay. And no.
Hey, listen, that's a real good point. Real good point, Megri Ann. And DC has now actually showed proof of why she drove 3 hours from Connorsville to New Albany on June 5th, 2023 to take a picture outside of the Floyd County Courthouse to then post on her Instagram. And then later that afternoon, she did a live stream on Rumble where her thumbnail was driving directions and a map from Connorsville to New Albany. And do you know what DC, according to her testimony under oath in a court of law, says the purpose for her driving to New Albany on June 5th, 2023, and posting a picture of a document marked stamped by the Floyd County Superior Court 3 clerk? She says that the reason she did that was to request an estimate for the transcripts for the February 20th hearing, which, as you all recall, was the hearing between Yaba and Ron. Now, Owl is somewhat of a subject matter expert on the process of requesting exactly that from the same court and the same court reporter, Samantha Griffin, because Owl, on the day of my hearing with DC, before end of business, on the same day of the hearing, Owl emailed court reporter Samantha Griffin a request for an estimate for the transcripts for that hearing. So explain to me, Owl, since we're questioning people's motives and the rhyme and reason and why they did things, specifically why somebody would drive 3 hours between Connersville and New Albany, or New Albany and Connersville, as the case may be, to conduct business regarding a court hearing. You know for a fact, because you did it yourself, that you can simply email the court reporter to request an estimate for transcripts. So why on earth did DC on June 5th, 2023 travel all the way from Connersville to New Albany to put the request and then take a picture outside the courthouse and then post it to her Instagram and then do a live stream where the thumbnail was a map from Connersville to New Albany? Are you going to speak on that, Owl? Are we going to talk about that? Are we going to analyze that? Should Clara not have known that all she had to do was pick up the phone and call the Floyd County Superior Court 3 clerk to find out the court reporter's email address so she could request those transcripts? Or she could have just watched any one of my streams during that time because I showed it myself. Owl, are you going to address that? Doesn't it seem that I had a much more legitimate and based in fact legitimate reason for being in Connersville on Friday, February 9th, seeking sheriff service, than Clara did on June 5th, driving all the fuck the way 3 hours to New Albany to request a transcript estimate? Give me a fucking break. Owl, give me a fucking break. You're a clown. You're a fucking clown. You'll always be a clown. You've always been a clown. You'll always be a clown. By the way, Cash Cooter Coot is the same person who was in Owl's chat back in September and super chatted her to say the N-word hard R, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And Owl obliged. It was this same person who just became a member. Yeah.
Member for 16 months. You're too lit. I don't believe it. Aren't I always too lit, Crush Scooter Coot? I am always too lit. But no, the sun came in and like engulfed me. I couldn't even see myself in my thingy. Ridiculous. Okay, let's go. Let's get into this ridiculousness. As you can see, I got the chat as well. I've come
all of us here
prepared.
today.
Somebody asked in the chat why we're up so late. Do you want to tell them why we're up so late?
Because we slept all day.
Because we slept all day.
Listen, I got up, put the kids on the bus, came down here, was working on the thumbnail. I said, hell no, absolutely not. Took my ass upstairs, took a hot bath, and told Sam I'm going to bed. And we slept until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 1 o'clock. Like, I don't even know the last time that's happened before I've had kids.
Yeah, no.
Before I've had kids, dude. Never. Thank you for being a member for 21 months. Sorry,
hey,
babe.
NTM. No, it's okay. Hey, NTM. Go sit. So good to go.
Does what clip exists? 1027 Nano.
Oh, so good to see you. So good to see you. Yamano Zami says, got my sticker pack. I'm so glad you love it. Sarah Beth, thank you for being a member for 3 months. So glad y'all are back. Hopefully you guys didn't get all this snow that should have been here for Christmas. We do have snow out there, don't we? I haven't looked in a while.
Yeah, we got snow and ice. We got a bunch of ice too.
I'm in the negative. Can I drop my PayPal? I have a toothache. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kelly. Excuse me. I know. So I haven't been watching a lot. I actually haven't watched anything, but I got people coming in my DMs telling me this and that. And I hear a word on the street is that we didn't go live today because people think we are scared or whatever.
I was these trolls on my videos. I don't know what time it was. It was after we woke up, and I was like, "You can't be serious, man. Really? That's exactly we're hiding out. We're scared. We're embarrassed. Get out of my face."
I didn't think they were scared, but embarrassed, yes. Yeah, if you don't feel embarrassed over this, Sam, then there's something seriously wrong with you.
Why would I be embarrassed? What about what? This is what we do, Owl. Been here since 2016, ma'am. This is what we do. Why would I be embarrassed? I got paid a fuck ton of money for all of this and continue to. Well, okay, fine. Not a fuck ton, but I did okay. So in the end, all's well that ends well, right?
You are not embarrassed as fuck right now. I'm pretty sure Rocky's out there.
Peace.
No, man. I put on Twitter, what was it, on Valentine's Day? Remember I said I ruined yet another
the other day.
holiday? I can't believe I got sick on another major holiday, dude. Like,
I can.
It's a thing. Well, I told Yaba on Valentine's Day, because whatever, but I told her, I was like, dude, I think like this is your issue, that the universe is making you work out. Being with a partner who somehow manages to ruin every holiday.
It's whatever. I mean, it still was good.
Oh yeah, no, we had a wonderful Valentine's Day.
Halfway through, so at least we were overdoing all our stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's another thing I'll just go ahead and address right here now and get that cleared up real quick. I also hear that Clara is claiming that I cried in court.
Where did I see that? I seen it somewhere that they said that you cried in court.
Yeah, we're gonna find out if the court reporter typed in parentheses sniffle sniffle. No, I'm kidding. They don't do that.
Dumb fuck. Do I come across to any of you as somebody who would cry in court? Give me a fucking break. I was sick.
I didn't know. I had no idea because I didn't go with her. So I had no idea exactly how it went down. And fuck, I could imagine getting frustrated and everything. That it was a possibility. And cried in court. And I was like, I called you or texted you. I said, did you cry in court, bitch?
You did. You did ask me. No, dude, I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm sick as fuck.
Oh, by the way,
I did have to blow my nose quite a bit.
I think I missed it while I was letting Rocky in. I don't know if you guys heard it. Sam says that she watched nothing. She doesn't know anything that was said because she watched nothing. But right there, Yaba said, oh, yeah, I texted you and said, oh, someone said you're crying. It was DC. DC is
Does that, again, Sam said she didn't watch anything. Sam said she didn't watch anything, but right there, Yaba says she texted her and told her. I mean, again, owl. My fiance texting me and asking me if I cried in court does not equate to I watched Clara's stream, ma'am. And I didn't. I was sick as fuck, man. I went home and went to bed and I slept and slept and slept and slept. And I slept the next day too. Sick as fuck.
said that she was crying.
I'm pretty sure someone came to your comments with that shit. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't watch this shit.
Because you were watching and telling her what was being said. So she knows what was said. Like, why would you pull a fucking Hawk and ATX? I haven't watched a thing. Then what the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing 2-hour streams for? If you have
Why the fuck would I need to watch a motherfucking word of anybody talking about an event that I was fucking present for? You're the one who has no business talking about this shit because you're not there, you weren't there, and you can't follow along with what you do see and hear. That's why you shouldn't be here talking about this shit. What are you asking me why I'm doing 2 streams about it for? Bitch, I was there. Why wouldn't I talk about it? Are you here? Are you awake? Are you alive? Did she seriously just say, what am I doing 2 streams for if I didn't watch it? I don't have to watch what other motherfuckers are saying about it. I was there. Unreal.
Don't watch the thing and you could care less. Stop it.
Because I'm sick.
Stop it.
I still could barely breathe out of my nose. Like, so yeah, maybe she mistook that for me crying. I don't know, but
listen, I think you should back up and start from the beginning to get people to where you are today. I'm not looking at the chat, so please feel free to mod people. I'm trying to get this
not looking at the chat.
Classic says Clara said Sam was 400 pounds.
How is she gonna, dude? She acts like you haven't cammed. I know she knows that you cammed up. Not only you cammed up, you stood up.
See how Sam proves that she isn't 400 pounds. Wait do you see it? I'm gonna crack the fuck up. So
okay, she is so fucking like giddy right here. Wait do you see how Sam proves she isn't 400 pounds? And when I watched this back, I was like, she's gonna put that picture of me in bed eating tortilla chips in my pajamas up there. And first of all, that wasn't to prove that I wasn't 400 pounds. That was payment for legal services rendered. Lisa Manning said she would handle something for me and that what she wanted in return for payment was a picture of me wearing the cat pajamas. So that's why that picture went up. But that's not even what she's talking about. She is so giddy saying that I show, because I'm about to show a picture of the outfit I wore to court. And she's saying that I put that up there to prove that I wasn't 400 pounds. I showed the picture of the outfit I wore to court because it was a cute outfit, not to prove that I wasn't 400 pounds. But again, this is Owl, so Whatever.
You've done full body shots. You've done the whole 360, 400 pounds wear, Clara.
Yeah, and apparently the motherfucker's eating that up over here in Gigi's chat. What you all missed? It was literally like what, a week and a half ago.
Yeah, that's what
cammed up, full body, walked around, turned to the side, and everything. Monica Bang, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so happy you guys are here. I work Grace and hardly ever wake. Oh no shit, I get that. Not to man, you sleep there the day more often. Look, I'm gonna be going back to bed as soon as it's over.
Hey, listen, though, I'll give her that. At least that's the best she could do was your 400 pounds. That's pretty fucking funny, though. I'm not gonna lie. I would have said the same thing if I had to go see somebody in real life. You know, I would have been like, yeah, that motherfucker was like 600 pounds, dude. No shit.
The Gubby says, hope you wore a bra to court. Yeah, actually, I dressed for court. Thank you very much. I did not go to court.
Here's the talk about my outfit and what I wore to court. Let's see where in this conversation I say that I'm going to show you my outfit to prove I'm not 400 pounds. Where?
Fucking hoodie and jeans. I had a really cute little outfit.
It was green and everything, wasn't it, babe? Tell them.
Yeah, I have a picture of it. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see my court outfit?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
She said it was green and everything. And it was. It was so cute. I stayed on brand.
Here we go.
Should I show him? Melly, thank you so much for gifting one.
Okay, so she's going to show us. You want to see? I'm not 400 pounds. Do you want to see my court outfit? So she's going to show us a picture of her in her court outfit, right? That's what we're about to see a picture of.
Did I say, do you want to see a picture of me in my court outfit? Or did I say I have a picture of my court outfit? I didn't have a picture of me wearing the court outfit because I did not pose for photos before I left for court. I wasn't aware that was, requisite. I don't know. It's all very weird that they expected me to pose for a picture wearing my outfit on my way to court. It's just very odd. No, I said I had a picture of my outfit.
Prove that she's not 400 pounds. Just wait.
Sham rocks the membership. Okay, I actually have two photographs I'll be showing. Exhibit A and B. Hold on.
I think she only
God, you guys,
one.
I'm sorry. It's gross. I know. And whatever. What do you want from me?
Oh, the red looks so much better, babe. I love it.
Huh? What? Oh, really? Send me a picture. Send me a picture. Oh, me too. I'm doing much better. Yesterday, though, God, yesterday was brutal, man. And then that hearing took forever. I was so sick. And that's another thing. I was not on my A game. I was damn near on my deathbed. Callie even said, she's like, no, you need to reschedule this. You need to be, you need to be well. And I was like, no, man, I just want to get this shit over with. And I'll get to it. We'll talk about it. Fine. Whatever. We'll talk about it. But first, I want to show you guys my cute little.
I got to hear this story, though, from the people who have been. Well, hey, Miss Ann. Good to see you, huh? Hey, DG.
Here it comes.
Okay,
anyway.
Don't they look like
It's my court outfit. I don't understand what's so funny. Yaba said, did you show him your outfit you wore to court? And I was like, no, but I got a picture of it. And it's cute because that's a black blazer. I had black slacks. This shirt underneath the blazer was shamrock green. And I had a shamrock green scarf that had shamrocks on it. It was cute as fuck. I don't understand what's so funny about this. The purpose of showing the photograph was not to prove that I'm not 400 pounds. It was to show the cute outfit and the fact that I stayed on brand.
It's not the greatest picture, but there it is. And of course I wore black pants with it, but
it's an actual picture of the outfit. Yeah, you're so funny.
I took it the other day. I was hanging out. Well, I sent it to somebody. See if they liked it. Anyway, isn't it cute? The scarf is the scarf is green and it has shamrocks on it. And I got my nails done.
Did she say it yet?
And I got a green.
Does this look like something that someone 400 pounds could fit in? She didn't even show the fucking picture of her in the outfit. She just showed the outfit. Oh my God, I'm fucking dead.
The fact, I don't know. It never crossed my mind to pose for a photograph before I left for court. I don't know. Maybe because I was sick. I was very sick. I was sick with fever, and heading to fucking court. No, it did not cross my mind to pose for a photograph wearing the outfit. That's weird. But okay.
So next time you go to say Sam's fat, she showed photo proof that she can fit into clothes that are for not fat people.
And I think it's so funny because she does not mention at all whatsoever the picture that Yaba had already posted on Twitter by that time. The picture of me in bed wearing the cat pajamas with no bra, eating tortilla chips and salsa. No mention of that at all.
People, okay? So there you go. See, Claire, you weren't blocked. You were never blocked because I went to my block list and you weren't in there. We only block people that are really stupid and annoying. Trust me. Which you are, but just not that stupid and annoying. Cedars, she's very committed to her rebrand, she says. Shamrocks and green. Green is her favorite color, apparently.
Yeah.
Green.
And I have green eyes, so it's great. It's like it's meant to be, you know?
Green glitter. Green, sparkly green.
Last minute, Laura says, when you said you want to see it, I assumed the outfit, not necessarily you in it. Yeah, like she just, Al, that was embarrassing. That was hard for me to watch even.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm committed to the rebrand, okay? I love it.
See?
Green's my favorite color. Yeah, that's definitely an outfit a 400-pound woman can fit in. Yeah, exactly.
Frosty, that's what I thought she was going to show. And then she shows a picture of the outfit. It's great.
What do you think I was going to show? A picture of myself wearing the outfit? I didn't take one.
She has been saying, I will. Sorry, babe. Listen, we're trying not to pass away ourselves, okay? While we were talking about fucking Peanut. Hey, goofy dumb, goofy hoe bitch. Good to see you, hun. Discarded roses.
I cannot.
Anyway,
I don't have the lung power for this.
Mother?
No, you don't have the brain power for this, Owl. That's what the fuck you don't have. You don't have the brain power for it.
Yeah, I bet. Did DC wear her school board meeting outfit? You know what? Honestly, listen, I'm not bullshit, you guys. I was so sick.
You were looking at DC on a screen, right? Ow.
What? Yeah, okay. So I was actually in person in court. I was not, I didn't appear via Zoom.
Rocky hair.
So the screen that they had that would show DC and like her lawyer or whatever, the way it was turned, I could barely even see it. But her lawyer was on there most of the time. So, but anyway, I don't remember what she wore. Oh, she wore whatever she had on in that live stream she did right after. Like she looked just as ridiculous as ever.
Dude, he is hanging on my leg with his nails. We got to stop for a second. Hold on. Get down.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
That's too bad. Your luxury dog's hanging on your leg. My luxury dog is perfect. Yes, he is. This is my luxury dog. This is a real luxury dog. A police dog. Him is a police dog. Him is a police officer. Yes, he is.
Tell the people. Hey, Honey West. Hey, bitch. I'm so sorry. I feel like I didn't say hi to everybody. I'm rusty. Why the hell were y'all in court to begin with?
Whoa, Al is high 24/7. She said she had a breakdown because she was so greened out. What about her poor kids? People always talk about Sam and Yaba's kids. Well, what about Owl's? Oh my word.
All right, so let's talk about that.
Disturbing.
I'm happy to talk about that.
Right, can be.
All right,
happy to talk about it.
I filed this and went into it knowing full well I was going to lose. I knew full well that Claire was going to hire me.
I'll be right back
because you know.
Okay, take note of that. I went into this knowing full well I was going to lose, meaning you wasted the court's time. You went in for no reason. I'm sorry, Rocky. Do you really want out or you just stop? So remember she said that because here in a few minutes, she's going to try to backpedal that a bunch.
She's been going around bragging that ever since her daddy died and she got all of her dead aunt's money that she intended to use all of her spend all of her dead aunt's fortune on lawyers, right? So everybody knew that. Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Clarahondra filed no less than 4 EPOs last year in 2 different states. She filed, is it 4 or 3? Anyway, 3 or 4. Anyway, about it. She filed an EPO on Hussey in Washington, D.C., if you all remember. And then she no-showed for the for the virtual.
Don't want to talk about Hussey, do you? I swear, you guys, that is not true. Sam lied for content with Hussey. And that is why, do you guys remember when Sam showed on Twitter that Hussey DM'd her and said, oh, girl, I know I've been talking shit lately, but it's just for the camera. It's just on camera. Yeah, it's just for the camera. It's just on camera. Yeah, because you don't want Sam to spill the shit that you did not get written a big fat check from DC. And Sam can't have you spill on the shit. Because that would make her look like a fucking idiot, liar, asshole, lying about court matters for content. Trash.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm not sure what I missed. I had to run outside real quick. Let's see. Yeah, Al, where are you getting this information from? Should I tap back? Hold on. I'm going to let it play.
Trash. Talk about trash.
Hearing.
Trash.
She also filed an EPO on Katie in Fayette County, Indiana, which is where she lives.
None of this means anything.
Where DC lives.
None of this means anything because DC did not file this EPO. You did. All you did was show the judge that you're just as fucking crazy as DC is.
And she filed an EPO on Hussey in Fayette County, Indiana. Okay, so she's filed 2 EPOs in Fayette County, Indiana. She filed one in Washington, D.C. All of those got thrown out.
Fucking crazy.
Then Hussey, and pause on that. mind you, Ron has filed so many fucking EPOs on so many people. It's outrageous. But the majority of the ones he filed also in Fayette County where they live. He filed on me. He filed on Yaba separately. He filed on Katie. He filed on, what was that dude? Frank Crawford. He filed on Callie Packer.
Clara lied to her and she's saying it on her channel as fact. Oh my gosh. Hold on. What did I miss? Should I tap back? It wasn't that far. Hussey did get money. That's a fact, not even debatable. Oh, is that all it is? I'm not going to tap back for that. DC is giving Owl her information. What's sad is that Owl is dumb enough to believe every word. Exactly. Dumb enough to believe every word for sure.
Heard? That's 5 right there, right?
Mhm.
So between Ron and Clara, they have
Ronald.
filed 7 EPOs in Fayette County.
0 relevant.
And
0.
so then Hussey,
Okay.
all those EPOs happen, whatever.
Hold on. Listen to this. This is how, listen. I heard this the other day when I was listening to this, and I caught that. I caught it. Owl was listening to the hearing. I'm pretty sure that either I don't think Owl would have been let in on the Zoom. So I think probably what happened is DC had Owl like on speakerphone and she could hear. And that right there is what gave it away.
So between Ron and Clara, they have
Ronald.
filed 7 EPOs in Fayette County.
0 relevant.
And
0.
Zero relevance. Zero relevance. Well, that was brought up in court, and Clara's attorney objected on relevance and said it was not relevant. Now, you're going to tell me that this dipshit ass motherfucker right here, Owl, would know that that would be kicked out for being irrelevant? No, she was listening. And the fact that she's using the word relevance, no, she was listening. Absolutely, she was listening. That's interesting.
so then Hussey, all those EPOs happen, whatever. Then Hussey files his defamation suit or whatever. As you all know, the disposition of that, she lost. She lost that case. She had to write Hussey a big fat check.
Look at the way she's reacting.
And I really thought
Don't think
after
so.
she had to write
Don't
Hussey
think
that
she
check
did.
and she got obliterated in court on that.
Wow, how is Owl so certain that Clara didn't write Hussey a check if Owl's not talking to Clara and Clara is violating that non-disclosure agreement by telling Owl, by even speaking to Owl about any of it? Yeah, she's acting like she knows. She's very cocksure. And if Hussey wasn't a son of a bitch, I might help him out with that. Nailing Clara on violating the non-disclosure agreement, but I won't.
A Hussey case that she would chill the fuck out with the court shit. But no, then she turns around and she doubles down. She triples down. She starts up that fucking threatening court shit again. And who did she turn around and take aim at? Fresh.
It still does not matter. So Sam is literally sitting here saying, I filed this EPO because Clara was saying she was going to file a copyright on me. Now, the best part about that
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
is that the reason she's telling all this is she wants to turn it around and say that Clara finally filed the copyright because she knew about this. I can't even.
She did, and I can prove it because Clara's attorney for the EPO filed a motion with the court asking for permission to appear via Zoom. And in that motion that was filed by Clara's attorney, she states that Clara was served with the summons for the EPO on February 5th. And the letter, the cease and desist that she had sent about the copyright is dated, I know I have it, the next day, February 6th. I'm not going to show it because they're going to nail me for it. It's a matter of court record. It's a matter of court record that Clara's attorney in the EPO matter put in writing in the motion to have remote access granted. She put the date that Clara was served, February 5th, and the C&D from the copyright attorney is dated the next day, February 6th. These are facts, Owl. I deal in facts over here. I don't know what the fuck this is you're dealing with, but it's not facts.
Even say it out loud because it's such word salad. Sam wants you to believe like 4 things at the same time. She wants you to believe that Clara had no clue about this on the 5th at first. And that's why Sam had to drive her ass down there 3 hours away to get the sheriff to serve her. But she also wants you to believe she didn't.
I don't know why you're bringing the 5th into Clara being served. Oh, you mean that? Oh, I want you to believe that I had no idea Clara was served on the 5th. No, I had no idea that Clara was served on the 5th, and I proved that. So that is true. So that's one thing that I want you to believe that I've proven to be true, right? Just prove to you that the court, the Floyd County Superior Court 3 clerk, didn't even know that Clara signed that paper on the 5th until the 13th. So that is true, and we proved it. All right, next.
Know about it on the 5th because for her fucking thing that she's telling you to work, Clara had to have known on the 5th and then decided to file for copyright.
I didn't say Clara didn't know on the 5th. It wasn't a question of when Clara knew. It was a question of when the court registered whether or not, or the date that she signed for it, when the court got that back. So you're not even keeping up. You're word salading here, but continue.
Just listen to the fucking gymnastics, and these people in her chat are fucking buying it. Bunny's wishing.
Okay, wait. I just need to go back because she's talking about gymnastics, and I feel like she's the one that just did the gymnastics, not me.
Sam had to drive her ass down there 3 hours away to get the sheriff to serve her. And that word salad. Sam, when she knew about this, I can't even say it out loud because it's such word salad. Sam wants you to believe like 4 things at the same time. She wants you to believe that Clara had no clue about this on the 5th at first. And that's why Sam had to drive her ass down.
I never said that Clara had no clue on the 5th. In fact, I said repeatedly that Clara knew she was being served because I was sure she was getting informed delivery, because that's something that the USPS does for a solid year at least after you switch addresses. And it has not been a year since Clara switched her address to Connorsville. That's what I said, and I said it repeatedly, that she's seen in her informed delivery something coming from the court in Floyd County. So you're wrong. You're wrong.
Down there 3 hours away to get the sheriff to serve her. But she also wants you to believe she did know about it on the 5th. Because for her fucking thing that she's telling you to work, Clara had to have known on the 5th and then decided to file.
Oh my God. I did not find out that Clara was served on the 5th until her attorney filed her appearance and her motion to appear via Zoom, and that was filed on the 12th. The 12th, Owl. The 12th. Are you following? Are you here?
File for copyright. Just listen to the fucking gymnastics, and these people in her chat are fucking buying it. Bunny's wishing death on me when Sam mentions me. You are fucking stupid.
That's because my chat can follow along, yours can't, and you're the one who keeps a ticker on your screen as to the alive status of a mentally ill woman who talks about unaliving herself openly. But you're worried about what Bunny's saying about you in my chat? Girl, shut up.
You are stupid. She lies just straight to them and they don't even realize it.
Where's the lie? Owl, where is the lie? Show me the lie. Because so far you're failing miserably. You couldn't find the lie if it bit you in the ass because there isn't one. Where is the lie? Hold on. I'm looking for something. Actually, no, not there. Let's just go here. Oh, by the way, is this okay? Owl? This was the See here, June 5th, happy Monday. This was the thumbnail Clara used on the date that she drove 3 hours from Connersville to New Albany to take pictures outside the courthouse. That's okay? Oh, okay. Whatever. Hold on. Because I'll have to crop. God, don't you love it? Here is the cease and desist. Dated. Oops, hold on. This is the verified motion to appear remotely. That is from the verified motion to appear remotely. Which was filed. Hold on. There we go. Do I have that? Where's the date on this? Hold on. Maybe I can't open them anymore. Whatever. Oh, well, here. I can show you this. This is my email. All right. You know, they're striking out here, so I got to be careful what I show. All right. So, oh, I have to open them. Crap. Hold on. You know, I love being thorough, and I'm going slow. So, Al can follow along. And maybe her audience. I don't know. Whatever. Keep up, follow along, or don't. I can't help it if you're too stupid to keep up and follow along. You know, I just can't. Okay, so this is from Clara's attorney's verified motion to appear remotely. As you can see, it says respondent received a copy of the protective order and notice to appear on or about February 5th. All right, there's that. So that's when I learned the date, February 5th. And then this is a letter that I received from another attorney hired by Clara Frank. As you can see, it's dated February 6th via certified and U.S. mail February 6th. That's me. That's my name. That's my home address. It says demand letter, cease and desist, and dear Miss Telfer. Okay. How's that look? Is that looking good? All right. And then this is the email between me and my attorney, where as you can see, Lisa Manning, me, there's the date, Monday, February 12th, 10:24 a.m., PO, blah, 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 e-service. There's the case number. And that is me telling, I'm not going to show you the email, but that's me telling Lisa Manning that she hired an attorney and that the attorney filed appearance on Monday, February the 12th. All right. I mean, I don't see why you think I'm just sitting here going around lying about this shit, Al. What's the point?
The first part, she needs you to believe Clara did not know. So I had to go serve her twice on the 9th. But then now she's going to turn it around and say, Clara filed that copyright. Needs you to believe.
Hold on.
Here we go. To them and they don't even realize it. In the first part, she needs you to believe Clara did not know. So I had to go serve her twice on the 9th. But then now she's going to turn it around and say, Clara filed that copyright on me because she knew on the 5th.
Before the ink even dried on.
Dude, both things can be true. Things happened on different days and at different times chronologically. Do you know that as of Monday, February the 12th, the date of that motion to appear remotely, where Clara's attorney, Audrey Lunsford, included in the motion the date that Clara was served, February 5th, that motion was not filed until the 12th. Owl. The motion was not filed until the 12th. How many days after the 9th was that? 3. 3 days after Friday, February the 9th, is when Clara had her attorney, Audrey Lunsford, file appearance and file the motion to appear remotely. And it was on that date that I very first ever, for the first time in my life, discovered that Clara had been served via U.S. mail on the 5th. And I got that date from her attorney's motion to appear remotely filed on the 12th. Again, 3 days after I went to Connorsville. So, does that make sense for you now? Are you following along now? Are you okay now?
On how she's check on us. So I'm like, this bitch does not learn. She is not going to learn. Not even after having a TRO put on her, having a judge in Washington, D.C. call her words of vile, her having to write a big ass fucking check to Hussey. The bitch don't learn. She still turned around and put her sights back on us and started throwing the fucking word court around again. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm going to be on the offense. I am not going to be on the defense with this bitch. If she decides she's going to start back to her same old shenanigans, the same.
Then you abused the court. You committed.
No, I didn't. Shut the fuck up, because you are taking one small bit, one small piece of information in relation to my filing, and you are applying it across the board. There was more to it than that, Owl. And you will see from the transcripts, when you finally get the transcripts, after you've had to sit and listen to me read them word for word, when you get your copy after that, you'll see there was a fuck ton more to that filing and to the issue than just DC threatening to haul me into court on vexatious litigation. This is why, Owl, maybe you should shut the fuck up talking about shit until you know what the fuck it is you're talking about. Or don't. Or don't.
Perjury. You told the court something that wasn't true, and you're happily admitting it now. What the fuck? Because you're so prideful that you just cannot have people think what it is, and that's that you made a dumb fucking mistake again. You've done nothing but made fucking mistakes because you're listening to people like fucking Bunny. Yeah, has Trisha come to your fucking rescue yet, Sam? Truthfully, Trisha come to help you yet? Has she even sent you a message? Does she even fucking know or care what you're going through on the internet right now? She sure hasn't mentioned you in any of the streams I've watched. Thank God you fucking friended her up though, right?
Fucking shit, because this was all in 2023, all these EPOs she was filing all over the place.
I love it.
I mean, she signaled that she was ready to get back into the court and that she wanted to get back into court with Sam and Yaba. So I said, you know what? Fuck this shit. If she wants to be in court with us so bad, let's go. I'll play offense, bitch. You can play defense, right? And that's exactly what we did. Well, now, Sam, why would you do that? You knew good and well you weren't getting an EPO. Maybe, maybe not.
Oh, what? Maybe, maybe not.
I filed this and went into it knowing full well I was going to lose. I knew full well. But I will tell you this much. Now.
So first she said that she went into it knowing she was going to lose. And she must have forgot that she even said that, because now she's saying, did I know I was not going to win it? Maybe, maybe not. No, bitch. You said you went into it knowing full well you were not going to get it.
If she wants to be in court with us so bad, let's go. I'll play offense, bitch. You can play defense, right? And that's exactly what we did. Well, now, Sam, why would you do that? You knew good and well you weren't getting an EPO. Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe, maybe not.
I filed this and went into it knowing full well I was going to lose. I knew full well. But I will tell you this much. Now.
And her people just believe it. They just believe it. She came in. Nope, I wasn't going to get it. I knew it. I did this for tactical purposes. And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, yeah, maybe not. If you had any inkling that you were going to get that, you are insane. We already know that you're insane from all the other shit that you said, but that is insane, Sam.
Now that this hearing is done and over with, doesn't matter if the EPO was granted or not. What matters is now in Floyd County, Indiana, all parties have been seen and heard in front of a judge now, right? Yaba and Ron were seen in front of the same judge in Floyd County that me and Clara were seen in front of yesterday. So now all 4 parties, Sam, Yaba, Ron, Clara.
Sorry, Sam. We're going to tell you about that too.
About what?
DG wants to talk about the other case. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. No, for sure. So now Floyd County, where we live, has heard from all parties. A judge has heard from her from all parties, and she wants nothing to do with that. So what does that mean? That means Clara is not going to be able to come to Floyd County and file shit on us as far as an EPO goes, right? That's right. And in Fayette County, Indiana, between Ron and...
Right, that's right. So you went and fought, and you're saying this, you're so smart saying this on a live stream, for a court to hear that you totally just went in and wasted their time. You are admitting on live that you took up a court's time because in your mind that prevents, even though you just said Claire and DC have filed all of these EPO requests, somehow because you went and did it first, you thought that was going to prevent DC from being able to file an EPO on you. Why? Why would you think that? If they filed all of these countless EPO requests against people. So you went and filed one first so that she couldn't. That is just asinine. Ass backwards. And you spent weeks, Sam. That's why you haven't been online. You said you were at your fucking dental job or whatever. Holy shit. You spent how long? 75 exhibits.
How long do you think it takes me to put fucking 75 exhibits together? You're talking a letter, a filing, and the majority of those were actually one exhibit was the link to the actual live stream. Another exhibit would be the actual clip that was being referenced. It's not that fucking hard. You put your little shows together every fucking day. Don't you? Is that what you spend your whole day doing? Anyway, continue.
75 exhibits for YouTube. Fuck shit. Are you kidding me? I just have to know what she said. Because if she took the time to get 75 exhibits together, you didn't think you were going to get an EPO with 75 exhibits?
Clara, and there's
Just
7.
stupid.
Count them, 7 between them EPO filings in Fayette County, Indiana. Do you think either one of those numbnuts is going to go back to a Fayette County court asking for an EPO ever again? No, they're not. So that was the purpose of going to court. Win, lose, or draw, it didn't matter. The outcome was going to be the same. And that is that I have effectively put a stop to Clara using either a Fayette County or Floyd County, Indiana court to try to fucking drag us for...
Clara was never filing an EPO request against Sam in the first place. She was filing a copyright suit for using her pictures in her stickers and merch and stuff. She was never going to file an EPO against Sam ever, nor would Sam filing for one stop her from getting it. I've seen that happen before a million times where couples get them on each other because one goes and fucks with the other. Had it happen in I almost had an EPO against me, but of course, once they found out what was actually happening.
Oh, really?
It was not granted, but I had someone say that I drove past them while I had an EPO against them. And that was supposed to get me. They went and filed for an emergency EPO themselves and almost got me arrested.
Or an EPO or whatever the case may be.
Crazy.
And, like Daddy always says, it's better to be on the offense than the defense when you're going into court. And guess what? That shit didn't cost me a dime. Oh, no, that's a lie. Let me back up. It cost me $28. And I had to pay $28. Y'all want to hear the best part of why I had to pay $28
Here we go.
for this case?
Here we go. Put your fucking boots on.
Thank you, Miss Anthropy. That's right. Well played. Either way about it, the end result was going to be basically, I threw a wrench in her little EPO fucking choo-choo train that she wants to fucking drive through the great state of Indiana. No, you're not doing that shit no more. So there you go.
She threw a wrench in it. I think she actually believes the shit she's saying. I think it sounds like she's saying it with conviction. Well, I threw a wrench in her there was no little EPO train, whatever the fuck you said. Why is everything trains with you, by the way? You turn everything a fucking hate train, a fucking gaslight train and shit. Everything.
So anyway, it cost me $28
Ugh.
because when you file something in Floyd County and the responding party is in a different county, all Floyd County does to serve the other party.
Wait, you got to tell them how it happened, bro. You got to tell them about the informed delivery. You got to tell them all of it.
I am. I'm going to tell them. I am.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Informed delivery. They're fine with telling you about informed delivery and saying that Clara knew on the 5th that she was going to get served with this, but then go on to say Sam had to drive 3 hours to serve her on the 9th because she wouldn't open the door for the postman when she has video evidence of herself opening the door. Let's watch that right now. We can watch it again when she gets to that part, but look at this. Look at this fucking video that DC dropped. Is this the mailman? It has to be the mailman. Yes, okay. Open with, don't interrupt my other video. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is DC Media Girl herself on those bougie cameras that Ron put up. Good job for once, Ronald. From them bougie cameras that Ronald put up, it caught DC being served. Look at this. Amazing. And the picture is very clear, very easy to see. Kudos, Ronald.
This is fun.
Watch this. It's the funniest thing ever. There's the mailman.
What? I'm reading.
Why did she giggle? Why did she do her little... Oh my God, I love it. I want to hear it again. Hold on. That was adorable.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
One time they fucking got us, dude, that we were wrong. Was with the DC with the damn door and the fucking informed delivery. The one time.
No, I know. I think she did have informed delivery, and I think she knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And she probably did not accept service until her attorney told her to. Yeah. But she also did not have that attorney file appearance until the sheriff served her.
Well, here's what I'm trying to remember, because I know that we were watching a live meeting. What is that?
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
So we were watching Ron on live me or something one day, and he said while he was live that the mailman came to the door. We thought it was then on that live.
Yes.
That they were trying to dodge service or whatever, but that wasn't the date that was shown on the video. I have to go back and look. But anyways, yeah, I'll give you that. You got it that one fucking time. Big fucking deal.
I mean, you know, we can only go with the information we had in front of us.
We honestly did not know that's how it happened.
Oh, yeah. Lisa Simpson said DC admitted on that stream that she had informed delivery. She was even like, how did Sam know I had that? Who doesn't have it? I have it. I have it. And I moved out of that address, 3 years ago now, and I still get it.
But it comes down to we did not know that she actually signed for that damn. Because you call every fucking day to make sure that she had got it.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
I'm reading.
I don't know why that's so funny.
All right, you want to sign for it? Yeah. All right, do that first. Right,
Hey,
sign there,
hold on.
there.
She has to sign.
Hold on. The mailman asked if she wanted to sign for it. Listen.
I'm reading.
I don't know why that's so funny.
All right, you want to sign for it? Yeah. All right, do that first. All right, sign
That's
there,
so
print there.
She has to sign it.
All right, try to give.
He said you have to print too, and she ignored him.
Well. Look at, I don't know, on February 5th, but Sam came here anyway. And now we know that nobody official, not even the Floyd County Clerk's office, knew that she had signed for that on the 5th until the 13th. Until the 13th.
And then started tearing the fucking letter open. She's like in shock. Watch again. She signs it like her signature, and then he needs her to print it, but she starts tearing into that motherfucker immediately. Like she wanted him to get the fuck out of her way so she could open. She knew it was from Sam because it was from Floyd County Court.
Yeah, if it was already showing served in the court system, the sheriff would not have went out there again either. Exactly, Catalina. He would have called me back and told me to come get my $28 because there was no need for service. She'd already been served. Thank you for pointing that out.
All right, thank you.
I love it.
Yeah, good enough. We got
Listen.
it. Thank you.
He said good enough.
Oh, Sam is suing me. An EPO.
Could you guys hear that? Do I need to play it again with the volume up? She said,
Talk about fake forced laughter, ma'am. Look at this fake forced laughter out of Owl and her ridiculous dentures. I can't believe your dentist let you pick that shade.
could you guys hear that? Do I need to play it again with the volume up? She said, oh, Sam is suing me. I don't know if she was talking to the mailman or if she just knew subconsciously that she was on the house camera. She said, oh, Sam is suing me. Let me turn it up.
If she forces that laugh any harder, her dentures are going to pop out.
Oh, that sent me to heaven. Thank God for Ron's paranoia putting up these cameras. Listen.
Thank you.
Oh, Sam is suing me. An EPO.
Oh my God. Oh, that's it. That's the clip of DC being served on the 5th, mind you. The 5th of February. She
Hey, does
signed
anybody
for that.
know when Al was sniping me? Did she snipe the part where I called the courthouse and they confirmed that they did not get service back from the United States Postal Service until the 13th? Owl, the 13th.
That certified letter. And Sam was notified that she was served. Okay.
Where? When? Where was I notified and when? Answer me right now with this look on your face, Owl. I know you're watching. I'm going to tap it back.
And Sam was notified
when?
That she was served. Okay.
How? How was I notified that Clara was served? And when? On or before February the 13th, when the Floyd County Superior Court 3 clerk got service back from the USPS.
Okay. So now Sam's going to turn that all around and try to get a win out of saying that DC only filed the copyright because she saw that EPO coming on the 5th. Well, who fucking cares? Of course. She's already been telling you she's going to do it. You think she's not going to do it after you go file for a fucking EPO against her? Of course she is.
How does that make sense? How does that make sense? You know what that is, Owl? That's an admission of vexatious litigation. Because you want to know where that copyright cease and desist letter that Clara paid her attorney $1,400 to draft ended up? Do you want to know where that letter ended up? What the end result of that letter was? I can tell you right now, it's ripped up in probably 1,000 pieces in my lawyer's trash can. We made a counteroffer on the cease and desist. Clara announced publicly on her Rumble channel that the counter was not acceptable. And now here we are, however many weeks later, and there's been no lawsuit filed. There's been no agreement come to. There's been nothing. Where's the lawsuit? That's called malicious. Malicious. Is that the word? I'll have to look back in my notes, but I believe it's proof of a malicious filing or whatever.
You do the same fucking thing, Sam. God, I hate how she's acting like and then like about DC doing her background report on her Rumble, Sam, you went through Mandy's entire bankruptcy history for an entire year.
Yeah. And maybe Mandy should have done something about it if Mandy had a problem with it. This isn't about Mandy. This has nothing to do with Mandy, ma'am.
Like, you'll be happy that the Indiana laws are lax on things like that if Mandy ever decides to file against you. Oh, let's keep going.
So yeah, Mandy over on Twitter lying, saying that she was trying to have me served with a cease and desist last year, which is a big fat fucking lie. She knows it's a lie. And she better quit trying to harass me and intimidate me with such lies. Yeah, so Floyd County, and yes, bankruptcies are public information. That is correct. No one,
County, if you file on somebody who lives in another Indiana county, the way they serve them is through certified mail, right?
Hold on. Sorry, Lisa. Trust me, we're gonna get to that. We are gonna get to that copyright thing. It's great.
Lisa.
Keep going, Sam.
Wait, she said she's trying to get y'all to settle so it doesn't
Yeah,
go from the judge. Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll get there. So anyway, exactly, Miss Ann, the art of war. I mean, really. Anyway, whatever. So, excuse me. So yeah, I filed this EPO. The sheriff literally is at my door. So the judge sets it. I filed the EPO. I think it was on a Friday online. The judge didn't look at it and set it for hearing until Monday. But that sheriff, the Floyd County sheriff, was at our door by like 9 o'clock Monday morning. Matter of fact,
I was live
Yeah.
and the dog started barking and I knew somebody was at our door. That was when the sheriff was here. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So the sheriff served me. But and okay, so and fucking Clara tells everything. So initially though, Floyd County, so I filed it online, and this is exactly what happened with one of my divorce filings. When you do shit online in Indiana, the system will sometimes override the zip code. So it overrode the zip code I put in for Connersville for Clara, and it defaulted it back to our zip code. So when the sheriff went out to try to serve Clara the first time, he took it back to the court and said, there's no such street in this city. So I didn't find this out till like a week later that they were not able to serve her because it had the wrong city on it. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
So she's been pulling this bullshit since before February 2nd because she expected it to be served around February 2nd. That's when she had turned in all of her exhibits and filings and the request for an EPO. Now it's the 17th. The hearing was on the 15th. So she's been scheming and plotting and fucking doing this since the 2nd.
So the court had to reset it. So the first hearing was supposed to be, I think, February 2nd, but they had to reset it to the 15th because when they discovered that the city was wrong and they had to correct it, they had to give her more time. So anyway, so address got corrected and the city got corrected and it got changed to February 15th. Still, they're not sending a sheriff out to Fayette County. The Floyd County court put it in an envelope and sent it certified mail. Clara has informed delivery. I don't know if you guys know what informed delivery is for the USPS, but you literally, if you sign up for it, it usually happens like when you move and you put a forwarding address in. I think the USPS gives you like 1 year free informed delivery.
This is all pointless.
So, and I know I'm still getting it. Remember that apartment I lived in before I moved in with you? Yeah. I still have informed delivery, and
anyone can get I don't even think that informed delivery. I don't even think you have to pay for it. I don't know how Sam would know that DC has informed delivery, but either way, she's about to say that DC knew by the 5th that she was being served with this. Therefore, there was no reason for Sam to drive 3 hours to Connersville to pay the sheriff to serve.
God, she's so slow. What part of I found out the date of the 5th from Clara's attorney's motion she filed on the 12th? And I know I say that in this live stream. I know I do. I found out the date of February 5th from Clara's attorney's motion she filed on the 12th. The date was in the motion. Dummy McDummerton. This is why you should shut the fuck up and not speak on things you don't know about. You're stupid.
Serve her. There was no reason.
Stupid.
Whatsoever.
I moved in June of 2021 and I still haven't formed.
She's a fucking amateur lawyer, amateur attorney. Everybody in that chat, everyone left. Oh, Sam, we've always said you should be an attorney. Oh my God. These people are brain dead.
Delivery. So that heifer has informed delivery. So she saw that certified mail coming from the Floyd County court on her informed delivery. And I will be damned if that bitch refused to open her door for the mailman.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Excuse you? She what? She refused to open the door for the mailman because she saw an informed delivery. What?
Why did it take her until February 5th to open the door? Has anybody asked Claire that question?
No. Nope. Yeah, I know. It's free. Thank you, Angela and Jessica. It's free because I've gotten on before when I was expecting letters and things to see if I could see if they're on there. Ridiculous. And none of it has to do with anything. How the fuck would you know that she has informed delivery? Saying it like it's fucking gospel.
But
She
the
has
nerve
informed
of her.
delivery, so she knew.
The nerve of you trying to call me to task for saying things as if they're gospel. The nerve of you. Wowzer. Wow. That's
the only reason
rich.
she went and filed. Who fucking cares? You went and started a filing in court against her. Why wouldn't she? What's your fucking point? Again, magnifying glasses. Samantha has lost the fucking plot again.
He did a stream one day. He was the one, I think, live me, and he was talking. He goes, he even said something about the mailman knocking, and that they had
Really?
yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, and they didn't open up the door.
Damn.
They did not open up the door. But yeah, but anyway, so they refused to open up and sign for the letter because she knew what it was.
Yeah.
Listen to you.
Okay.
We just watched her do it. We just watched her do it. Cutest thing ever. She walked right out. Cheery and happy. No bra, of course, I'm sure. Hair all to pieces. So what? There she is.
I'm reading.
Look at her looking. What is it? She doesn't care about no fucking
All right,
signature.
sign for it? All right, do that first. All right, sign there and print there.
She's like, fuck off, mailman. Fuck off, mailman. I love it.
All right, good enough.
No, there it was. But these two staying up past their bedtime, ensuring their audience. I had to drive to Connorsville. I had to drive the 3 hours because Clara wouldn't open the door for the darn mailman.
Okay, but get this.
Look at that.
Yep.
Okay, so she refused to be officially served. But
Exactly, Lisa. Open the door, Clara.
Refuse.
Exactly. But here's the thing is, the lawyer that she ended up hiring for the EPO hearing yesterday ratted her out on the date that she became aware of the filing, which was February 5th.
Ratted her out.
She didn't get served on February 5th. I know that
Yes,
for a
she
fact.
did,
I
you
know what day she got
fucking
served
dolt.
because I made that motherfucker happen.
Sam was
But-
there when she got served.
Like, I was there when she got served. I
Go
sure was. Anyway,
There it is.
so
Clara.
so yeah, she saw it coming in the mail on February 5th.
I was trying. Hold up. Okay, what did she just say there? I was trying to find that and I could not for the life of me. Did she just say I was there when she was served? I sure as hell was. Is that what she just said? Let me replay it. I mishear things a lot.
Aware of the
Yeah, that is what I said. I was in Connorsville. Dumb fuck. Oh, good Lord. I'm going to have to end this soon. It's been 3 hours and I just don't know how much more absolute fucking stupidity my brain can take. I was in Connorsville when she got served. I have absolutely no problem admitting that.
filing, which was February 5th. She didn't get served on February 5th. I know that for a fact. I know what day she got served because I made that motherfucker happen.
Sam was
But-
there when she got served.
Like, I was there when she got served. I
Go
sure was. Anyway,
Yeah, I was there when she got served. I sure was. What the fuck, Sam? Do you not even realize? Are you that?
By the way, even if I was, say, parked, I don't know, across the street eating my Taco Bell Mexican pizza when she got served, totally 100% legal and within my right to ensure that the party was served. Totally within my right.
Sick that you don't understand that you just said that you followed a sheriff to watch him serve Clara when you already knew that she knew about it and was served on the 5th? Holy fuck. I don't know, Sassy Lassie. That's what I'm saying. She's just happily telling her audience of 20. This is the company she wants.
20.
People that are okay with this shit. I told you that's what she's doing. She knows she's a piece of shit. Deep inside, she's not going to change. So she had to rebrand, as she calls it, and at least keep the people
The
that are
nerve
loyal
of
to a fault.
her.
She said whenever her direct deposit starts going in the wrong direction, then she'll come back come back
Yes,
and speak
that is what
to
I
us.
said.
Telling you, fucking karma, dude. Right? That's what she said, right? Like there's no spinning that into a different way. She wasn't served on the 5th. I know. I was there when she got served.
I was there. What of it?
I'm going to play it one more time. There's nothing else that could mean.
Yesterday.
There's nothing else that could mean. There's nothing else that could mean. She could not possibly be saying that she was there. She was in Connersville. I guess I stayed in Connersville until the sheriff contacted me to let me know that service was successful. I don't see the problem. That's what you're supposed to do. Duh.
Ratted her out on the date that she became aware of the filing, which was February 5th. She didn't get served on February 5th. I know that for a fact. I know what day she got served because I made that motherfucker happen.
Oh,
Same was
my
God.
Like, I was there when she got served. I sure was. Anyway.
You're such an edgy girl. Oh, my God. You narcissist. I was there. I sure was. Good job, Sam. Good job, girl. You were there. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness you were there.
Yeah. Are you going to tell Clara that it's really creepy and weird for her to say that she can park outside my house on the street? No, you're not, because that's your friend now, right? Right.
This is creepy.
So yeah, she saw it coming in the mail on February 5th, and that's when she called an attorney. Well, don't you know that the very next day and I know for a fact it was February 5th because her attorney put it in one of the filings. You want to see it?
I'm gonna be pull it up. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
I for it on the 5th and told her attorney.
You guys have no idea.
Where's the lie? Where is the lie? She got the paperwork in the mail, signed for it on the 5th, and told her attorney. And the attorney let you know and filed that she knew. What are you talking about?
Humiliated her attorney. That's why her attorney was so aggressive with me. I humiliated that bitch out the gate. Do you hear me?
Good.
And I'll tell you all about it. It was great. Hold on, I'm looking for it.
Don't you feel stupid now, huh, Owl?
Motion.
I'm not shocked that Owl didn't snipe my whole stream. I'm not shocked at all. I wouldn't snipe this one either, Owl. I probably would have tapped out pretty fucking quick too.
To appear, I mean, since Clara is showing all the documents and everything, I can too, right? Why not? Okay, so look. So here is her attorney. Comes now, respondent Clara Frank by counsel Audrey Lunsford, and respectfully move blah, blah, blah. Okay, here, look what it says. Respondent received a copy of the protective order and no motion. What was last week to enough the mail? Ms. Exception check is a negative.
Store owner, it didn't work.
My name goes here for $9.99.
I tried transferring
Yeah, it was not recorded with the court until way later on the 13th.
From streamer to store owner, it didn't work.
I hereby crown Sam's new name, Fannie Willis. Rebranding a shit is still shit. Thank you. My name goes here.
All right. Listen, we're going to have to end here because this has gone on long enough. And quite frankly, I am fat, so I'm hungry. Al and DC agree a lot when it comes to being fucking bigots. Agreed. Wait for what, babe? Hold on. She said, babe, wait, look how cute this is. I feel like maybe I should have put it on something so you could see it better. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Let me just bop it down. Is that better? I want to see Yabalooza on pin. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. Present. That's a pretty long segment. Hold on. Yaba loses it on Peanut. Here you go, babe. This is for you.
That means should have just held off on the whole copyright shit until the EPO went through. Now it's literally in writing, a matter of court record, that she didn't pull the trigger on a copyright cease and desist until the day after she was made aware I had filed something on her.
Who cares? That means nothing.
Peanut, you're a loser.
Oh my God,
you're a loser.
Hold on, Lisa.
Peanut.
Hold on.
Fan evading.
Oh,
you want to go around?
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure we watched this part, no matter what, before we get off. Fucking Yaba loses it about Peanut. Like she goes on and on and on and on. She's so triggered.
Thank God.
So that's
Hold on.
up.
Telling and
Everybody, just real quick in the chat, whatever emoji you find appropriate for Owl, to thank Owl for recording this and preserving it, because this is the stream that they took down for bullying and harassment. So if it weren't for Owl, this would have been lost forever. So thank you for that, Owl. We appreciate you always doing the legwork for Sam.
My Twitter flag from a ban evading. You are ban evading. You're not supposed to be on YouTube. You're supposed to be on Rumble with the rest of the rejects, Peanut. Somebody go grab her URL so I can contact YouTube and get her channel taken down. You're on my nerves, Peanut. You fucking loser. Don't you light another one? How do you get so bad that you sound like that? How old is this woman? Isn't she younger than me?
Girl, I thought like in her 30s.
You sit around in your fart box all day fucking smoking cigarettes back to back.
She doesn't stop.
And you got the nerve to be outraged at anything anybody else is doing on the internet with your ban evading channel that you're not even supposed to be on? Dropping your PayPal? PayPal for what? Asking people to buy your internet, pay for your internet? You're telling me that you don't even have enough money to pay for internet? What kind of fucking bum shit is that? Fucking Salvation Army over in that motherfucker. Those motherfuckers. They're freaks, dude. They go after people and they talk about people doing the same thing that they do. Literally, they do the same shit that we do. They talk shit. And then they act like they're all out. Can you believe what y'all just go flag her Twitter? Get it shut down. Ban evading motherfucker. How about had enough of you,
shit.
Peanut? You fucking freak. Light another one. Do the world a favor. Do it now rather than later, please. PA. Peanut
Okay.
PA.
Okay, I'll do it real quick. Real quick, we'll do it. Because they've just, damn it. Being
Yeah,
a
you're
very
somebody
done
else.
yet.
Yeeted for being.
I can't stand that little fucking freak, dude. Got the audacity to say something
She's
about
not
somebody
done
else
yet.
and their behavior on the internet. And she was so bad.
Wasn't she the first one to get yeeted for being bullying and harassment and hate speech?
To Amberlynn Reed. Yeah, she was one of the worst reaction channels out there. Like, she was disgusting. It was so bad that YouTube said, not on our platform, ma'am. And they yeeted her. Now she comes back fighting their battles. Can you believe this shit? The nerve of this fucking woman. Weirdo over there fucking telling people to flag my shit when you're on your ban evading YouTube channel, Peanut, talking about pistachio. You sound alike. You both sound like you got stage fucking 10 cancer over there. Lung cancer.
Oh my God.
COPD, motherfucker. Struggling to breathe. Overweight. Morbidly obese. Death fat. E-begging. Salvation Army having motherfucker asking people to pay your internet. It's unreal. So nervous. The audacity of these people. What?
That reminds me, what the hell is Beck Linda doing over there smoking in the house when her husband's dying of the COPD?
And nobody says nothing.
God.
You know what gets me though? What really
God.
cracks my ass is that they went so hard for that dude that does those videos on like Chantel and stuff. He's the animal creature. What's his name? Omegan?
Yeah,
Omegan? What's his name? Omegan? Okay, if that's how you pronounce Omegon, that's fine, y'all.
For his dog that got sick. And man, they wrote
The nerve of you, bitch. You can't follow along for literally fucking nothing. Why don't you take you a spoonful of that peanut butter back there, ma'am?
his ass so fucking hard.
Omegan?
And that dude puts out good
You need
content,
the
better than any of
calories,
us reaction
girl.
channels. Like, he really fucking is talented at what he does. And he had some fucking GoFundMe for his dog or some shit. And they fucking tore that dude to shreds. They posted his GoFundMe. They talked all that shit. And then they got Beg Linda over there. Do y'all know? I can't believe it. Me and Sam seen it the other day. It came up on Sam's recommended because she's fucking a member of Belinda's chat.
I sure am.
Yeah, I can't even remember the name of the video, but she clicked it. And this motherfucker's on there asking for money for like her fucking neighbor or something. They were like, she was like, listen, I've got super chats turned off, guys. Monica over there is having a really hard time. My neighbor 3 doors down, her husband, he threw out his back, can't work for like 6 weeks. So if you could just own something in their pay. I was like, you can't be fucking for real. This woman, all she does is beg. And then these motherfuckers are sucking her dick.
Why do you care?
Owner, it didn't work.
Ms. Pickles for $1.99. Yava, why can't Sam's kids be around yours? Mrs. Pickles, is that true?
My kids live 5 fucking hours away. They're all adults with their own fucking children, lives, jobs, relationships, marriages. Why the fuck would my children be caravanning? Okay, it's 4 hours drive if you drive it straight at like 80 miles an hour and don't stop. So it turned into more honestly like 5 hours drive. Why the fuck would my adult children be caravanning 5 hours down the fucking freeway to come visit? Sam's kids are adults. Their kids hang out with my kids, you weirdo. Yeah, exactly. Freak.
True.
Why would my kids, adult kids, be hanging out with Yaba's minor children? Make that make sense. My youngest child is 20. What year is this? 2024. My youngest child's going to be 23 fucking years old this year. My oldest will be 30 years old. Why do you guys feel so strongly that my adult children should be playing knick-knack paddywhack with Yaba's kids? You're fucking weird. My grandkids play with Yaba's kids. Freak.
Is that true? That your kids can't be around hers? Interesting. Not very surprising.
And they got.
Why would my kids be around her kids? Why would my adult children drive 5 hours? Or why would we drive Yaba's children 5 hours up the fucking road to a South Bend, Indiana to hang out with my kids? Why would we do that? When I go to South Bend to visit my kids and my grandkids, I go alone. Mostly, for one, what's the point in all of us going? But I am literally spread so thin when I'm there. Like, I have to make the rounds. I have to see and visit with literally everybody. It's not just 5 kids and their kids. Some of those kids are with the baby mama. So, it's a whole thing. It's a whole fucking production. It is a tightly orchestrated itinerary when I go up there. I'm not dragging Yaba and her 3 kids around with me for that. How uncomfortable would that be? Seriously. What's the point? And who can be taking off school and work to parade around South Bend while Sam goes and visits her kids and grandkids? It's just ludicrous. It's asinine to even suggest. But yes, my children have met Yaba. Yaba has met my children. My children have met her children. Her children have met my children and my grandchildren. We're all one big happy fucking family. Why does that bother you all so much?
They're going to talk shit because that Omegan dude who does good content asked for some fucking help to help his dogs when they were sick or something like that.
Yeah,
I can't remember
on
specifically.
UN mission,
but they gave the dude help for having to go fund me. And
of course they did.
PayPal donations for like her neighbor, bro. She's like, Monica, for like 6 doors down, if you could just throw her some money over in her PayPal. I was like, oh my God. All right, I got it quick. Raylan's gonna come down here and say, what the fuck, Mom? Anyways, fucking Peanut. Don't even get me started, Peanut, you freak, on your Bannovating YouTube channel. I got your original URL, Peanut. I just ain't had the time or felt the need. But for some reason, all of a sudden, I feel feisty, Peanut. Light another one. Peanut's over got 3 cigarettes in her mouth right now, lighting them back to back.
Oh, I agree, Cindy. And that's why we've not addressed it, because it's just, there's no reason to. But this bitch right here with this smug look on her face, I swear for God, I cannot reach out and smack her across her dentured, sunken, malnourished face in person, right? Because we only know one another from the internet. So this is how I smack the shit out of Owl and her lying ass mouth. This is how I do it. So, and it's fun. It's fine.
So fucking stressed out that somebody's got the nerve to talk shit to her after the shit that she says to people. Like, she's better than somebody else. Like, she's some high and mighty type person. Fuck out of here with that. Anyways, go on with your story.
And Sam loves that she's doing this. Of course, Sam is not going to stop her because that offsets how fucking crazy she looks. And Sam is smart.
I wouldn't stop her because I agree with every word coming out of her fucking mouth, and I support my woman 100%.
Enough to know that.
I love nothing more than to listen to my woman drag a motherfucker, especially a motherfucker on the internet. Are you kidding me? It does it for me. There's a reason that after this very stream right here, I went and put them cat pajamas on, and it wasn't just to pay legal bills. All right.
And would let Yaba do that. Take the fucking heat, take the spotlight from her for a minute. So of course Sam doesn't care that she's doing this. She knows it looks fucking nuts, but that's okay. Because people aren't paying attention to how crazy she looks right now. So
yeah, right. That's totally it.
She lets her go.
Babe, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Fingers. I hope you know.
That's okay.
Wait, what?
I got this shit all over my fingers and on my desk.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Are you not wearing gloves?
BGG, you talking about me, Kim? Tell bum ass, fucking Salvation Army ass, having ass, begging ass for internet. Peanut cam her ass up.
Yeah.
Peanut, you cam up, I'll cam up, bitch.
Cam up.
How about it?
Again.
Shit, I've been on
not
camera.
touch anything until you get that shit off your fingers. You need alcohol and a lot of it. And then you need soap and water. No, for real. Don't touch anything. I told you to use gloves.
I told her to use gloves.
Anyway, okay, but DC described that her lawyer made you admit you called on Clara because you admitted she lived there. No. After we went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I insisted I did not call on Clara, that I called on Ron. because Ron is the parent of the child.
Before Sam goes any further, we are well aware that Al's already said that she's going to get the transcripts. So there's no. And remember who lied last time? Remember when we were in court with
this is what really made me like,
why did you stop it right there when Yaba was reminding everybody who lied about the last hearing and who was proven to be a liar with the transcripts, not us? Isn't that funny how she just paused and talked over that?
I want those motherfuckers. Because when I thought originally, I thought that Sam would try to crowdfund and just get them herself to read them.
Why do you think I'm freaking out like this?
But I think maybe she's
not okay. And no,
I think maybe she doesn't want them read as much as she says that she does. Kala, member for 1 month.
Why would I not want them read? She's so weird.
Yaba, maybe if you enroll now, you and your eldest can graduate from high school together. Oh my God. To them saying, I'm getting the transcript. Bunny said, I hope Al doesn't get ran over on the way to the courthouse. I mean, on her way to score Crank. Bitch, like, come on. Whatever you can say about me in my past, I can come back at you 30 times. I don't even have to say it out loud for everyone and you to know. So just.
We don't have to talk about your past, Al. We can talk about your present. How you smoke marijuana in the house all day with your kids there. How you'll pause your live stream to get your kids off the bus and then resume live streaming for another 2 hours while your kids are wholly unattended, doing God knows what in the marijuana smoke.
Everything you say, what do the kids say? Bounces off to me and sticks to you. Yeah. Nothing you say has any effect on me, Bunny, or ever would.
Yeah, exactly. Pickle Cabbage. Thank you for pointing that out. Isn't it so awkward when your fucked up GIF plays while you're chastising someone else about morals? Pop-Tarts in the chat.
That's just the level that you're at to me. Nothing you say has any merit to me whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, and they went around.
After graduating.
What the fuck is that? Alexa, nobody's talking to you, whore.
Thanks for telling me.
No problem.
Fucking Alexa.
Hello to this bitch, dude. I swear to God. People want to try me today, even my fucking, that little device over there. Y'all remember the last time we were in court and they told all them lies and we had to fucking get the money and get those transcripts. And what happened? What happened? We got them transcripts. Who came
read
out?
every fucking word of them and the truth came out.
Liar?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ronald and Clara were the liars. So please believe when the transcripts come out again and you come back and you watch the stream and you hear what Sam said and you compare that to what that old freak over there running around in that dude that don't look right's chat talking all that shit. You know they don't tell the truth. They ain't never.
Then why didn't you get an EPO? If they're not telling the truth and we're going to.
Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? That's her response. That's what you come back with. Oh, we're done here. We're done. I can't do it. We're not doing it. Goodbye. We're done.